Hello, everybody. Hold on. Okay, probably should have done that first. Bye. Hold on. Mm, do you guys like the thumbnail? I worked really hard on it. Mm, ah. Shit. Did you like the video? Yes. No. Literally first time talking today. Mm, 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 mm. Cheers. We have better beer this time. Better beer. Ah! What a long day. A long day without a phone. A long day without a phone. I almost got a phone, but T-Mobile is being strange. What am I looking? Ah, give me 1 second. Mwahaha. Ew. Bright side, my cheek swelling has gone down, but this mouth has not. Like, was not funny. You guys wanna see my shoes? I'm obsessed with them. Should we do a foot check? I don't think I have enough room to just it's short over here. Sorry, I went live probably before. I should have sent the link first. Yep. I wanna go back blonde. I probably should come on here with, like, a good intro or something. One day. I'm hoping that part just comes. I made a promotional video. Well, I took I made it, like, 4 different ones, and I'm gonna have to edit it together, and I was like, "I have no idea what I'm doing," and then it dawned on me. I was like, "Ooh, is this what marketing's about?" Hear me out, okay? Vibes are different, okay, I know the word, we all hate it, but vibes are different on YouTube versus TikTok. Am I wrong when I say that if I'm on TikTok, the videos that keep me watching the most look like somebody is just filming something on their way somewhere and they're bitching? Like, that's what keeps me watching. So, I already have I didn't have that advantage. So, I'm like, "How can we make this look like it's authentic because I reached out to them for the product." So, obviously, I like the product. So I'm like, what makes people wanna buy something? Not that that's honestly the goal. It's not like, "Fuck, I need to make a dollar." It's more like, "Fuck, I have a deadline." And I'm like, "Shit, I'm not good with this shit. I'm not good with deadlines." "Hello, thanks." "Hey, thanks." Uh, and so what I did was I looked up the owners. You tell me if this is a good idea. I looked up the owners of this company, and their names are Steven and Raymond. Steven and Raymond. And so I'm like, are you supposed to say actually, I should verify this. Are you supposed to say, "Quit scrolling unless your name is Steven or Raymond," or are you supposed to say, "Steven unless you're Steven and Raymond, keep scrolling," or does it mean the same thing? Like, I am trying to get this message to Steven and Raymond is the goal. And I started it off. It's one of those silicone scrubs I always talk about, how they're like antimicrobial, whatever. And I was like, I think it's funny. Get it together, bitch. Okay, we're not doing another yesterday. Okay, but I was like, 70%. Get it together. 70% of their men don't even change their underwear daily. And you're telling me that a man created this? I thought it was funny. It's like I'm yelling at them through TikTok. Good idea. No, I'll post it once I'm done editing it. My inspiration was this girl that was talking about Kourtney Kardashian's brand of melatonin. She's like, unless you're Kourtney, keep scrolling. What did you put in these? And it was funny as fuck. Maybe you've seen it. Titties. I probably shouldn't say it that early. Hello. Oh.
I don't know what it is, but the soundboard, every time it goes dead for like 15 minutes, it turns off.
What soundboard is it?
Soundcraft pad.
Soundcraft.
Yeah.
Do you need help? It sounds good.
Fucking no, man. This thing is weird. It's all weird.
It gets complicated.
I like it.
I'm so proud of you.
When I was a musician, I didn't do this shit. I just walked in, plugged in, and I was going, you know? I was like, there wasn't any of this crap.
Now I have some friends that are in like really popular, really famous metal bands, and they have to bring like things that a DJ would bring. I'm like, why? Like computers, all this electronic stuff I don't have the name for. Did you know that?
I can't do none of that stuff. Like,
do you know pedals?
Ronnie's had to teach me stuff. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing.
Do you know?
And then Trippy's teaching me stuff, you know? I'm like, okay.
He probably knows it too, but have you seen the pedal boards that are electronic now?
Yeah.
That fucks me up. They don't
those look intimidating. Yeah, those look intimidating.
Yeah. Mm.
So I am not
like
here.
My thumbnail.
Are we live? Are we live?
Oh, girl? We're live.
Oh shit. Okay, we're live, and I'm sitting here talking like a dumbass. Okay. Oops. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Sorry, my boobs, my top is going down too much. That looks good. That looks good. I like that.
Tell me you have to make rent without telling me you have to make rent.
I have to make rent, and this is how I make rent every day, every month at the end of the month.
Yeah.
We turn you up. Why is your sound getting muted out like that? That's weird.
It might be on my end. Honestly, this thing's been going in and out. You want me to keep talking? Testing.
You need a new mic. That's why.
It's the cord. Actually, it could be the mic.
I think it's the mic.
I thought that it was here. Let me know. Sometimes if I put
Didn't you just change out the cord?
So I have this cord, and then I have this cord that plugs the camera. And I just changed out that one, and I was gonna change out this one, but I hate going into Guitar Center, if I'm being honest. I hate going there and trying to get it off the wall, because it's literally like you need one of those metal things.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I have to know which one it is when I'm looking, because they don't really help you. And if they do,
it's like, anymore.
Even if they do, though, I don't want to talk to them. So I'm like, I'll just like wait, because it really is only when it's bent. but I should get one. I
What
should.
kind of mic is that one? Can I ask?
Yeah, it's a Shure SM7B.
A Shure SM7B. I think
Mhm.
isn't that like one below mine? I think that is what that is. So this
No,
is one,
there's an SM7B. No, we have the
yeah.
same one. Yeah.
SM7DB I think is what this one.
Oh, did you get the new one? Oh my God,
I
do you
think
like it?
it's the downgraded newest version. It just has a booster in it.
Oh, they added something like a cloud lifter in it.
Yeah, and it's got some more sound cancellation because I have more sound over here all the
You know
time.
what's so great about these mics and yours in particular is like you just have to get really close and have it on an angle and it'll sound pretty fucking good. I don't know if mine does right now because I've been fucking with it. Look at it dangling. You can also on the back of it, these things. I don't know if
Yeah.
you've ever looked at the back. You have
This here, you want to see? Ah!
yes. Okay. Oh, wow. You have double. That's what they're talking about. So to use the bass thing that you're talking about, you got to amp it up on the back. It's kind of strange though, because it's like
Which one
flat.
is the bass part? This one?
I
I think this
think
one's the booster. I'm pretty sure.
so. So this is what mine looks like. And it's all scratched up, but there's just the
Oh
one line. And
yeah.
then it's going to look like that on the other side. But you have two lines of them. So
Yes. But I'm not really
one of
sure
the,
what both lines do.
if I'm being honest with you, like not using any of them is probably better. I don't know. I
Really?
messed with, yeah, I used to have it cranked up on one of the things and then for a while, maybe I should do that again because I feel like ever since I changed it, my sound has actually been worse. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we should ask him a man.
What, you to think I'm incapable, bitch?
Yeah, sometimes I am a little incapable, and I also can't reach stuff very well off the very top shelf of this like 9-10 foot ceiling place that I'm living in right now. I tried changing the filter the other day. My God, I had a 2-step thing, got on the
Really?
top of it, and I still couldn't reach the fucker.
How
I had
tall
to
are
hit
you?
the latch and then use a broom handle to close it.
Oh no. See,
Yeah, it's
I'm
pretty bad.
blessed to have these monkey arms,
Well, yeah, but
but
you're
I'm
like my
short.
height. That ain't gonna do you no good when you're this height.
Well, I can reach.
You can reach.
Yeah.
Not up
Yeah.
there, you wouldn't reach.
How tall is it?
It's
I could
like
probably fit in there.
it's like 10. It's like a 9.5-10 foot ceiling.
Oh my God. What are you doing on a two-step?
That's all I got at the moment. I'm gonna have to get like an extra box underneath it.
Yeah, I was like, oh wait, a two-step.
Yeah,
I hate ladders.
I
Hello,
hate them too.
everybody.
I fell off of one once, so yeah, I hate them even more.
Really?
Hello to everybody in Radio Land. School of Thought
Hello.
is in the house. Now, today, we're doing an interview with Torshaa because she's got much more clout and time in the space, obviously, right? So she's going to be way more freaking interesting than me right now.
I'm not interesting at all.
Oh,
You
please.
are.
You've got like a whole thing, like what got you here, like what led you up to this. Well, I got a whole little thing of questions. You're going to love it.
Oh
I got
no.
stupid questions, stuff that make people giggle. It's going to be
Ask them.
good.
I'm awkward, but go ahead.
Yeah, you're no more awkward than I am.
You're not awkward.
I'm a little awkward. Sometimes I stutter too if I don't get enough sleep. Holy crap, it's horrible.
I don't think stuttering's bad. I'm awkward like I come in at the wrong time.
Nah. Nah, stuttering's way worse. I would rather have dead time than stutter.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
No
I've done
way.
stage. I'm better with preset lines. You people can do more improv. I hate improv.
I have software that can get rid of a stutter if you need it.
For live? Is it gonna do it live?
Not for live. It's after it, but you don't have to sit through the video and find it. It just does it for you, like an AI type thing. It's a good program.
Did you ever do acting classes?
In like high school. Why?
Okay, because like if you took another one now, it would probably help with like feeling awkward and stuff. I did acting classes because I was, trying to hit it hard at the time. And so part of the exercises you have to do is like improv. Like they'll give you an assignment like you're an alien. You can't speak English. here's this object. Let me pick an object.
Look at how orange my
Here,
hands
use
are.
this, stand on it, or demonstrate it. You can't speak English. Make up your own language. Go.
Wait, that's so fun. Can we do that now?
Oh my God. I hate
Sell
that.
me this beer.
You'll feel really great. Just drink it.
I already
That's all you got to do. You'll feel great. Just drink that shit, girl.
like
You're gonna
sell
love it.
this pen. It's like I actually love those videos on TikTok. It'll be like the interviewer asked for me to sell them this pen, like in Wolf of Wall Street. I'm just like, want a pen?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Why not?
Like, why?
Make
Why
them have
wouldn't
to dig it
I?
out too.
That's all I'm good for.
Hey,
Dig it out, bitch.
It's still something.
True.
It's still
True.
something. Not everybody can do it. Not everybody can do a shot glass that way either. Did you see the chick? I think it was on Instagram. I saw her.
Was she wearing pink?
I don't remember what she was wearing,
Was
but
a blowjob
like,
shot?
no. Why? What the heck was that? No, she had on like no pants, and she had on like a thong, and she's a bartender, and she stuck the glass up her ass cheeks.
Oh, I know that girl. Yeah.
Shit, and then served the shit from her ass.
Yeah. She works in Vegas. Yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I'm like, is anybody worried about getting hepatitis or contracting something, or maybe she's got bad gas that day? How do you know?
Yeah, it's valid. But
are you feeling okay? Are you doing good?
Yeah. Okay. I just have a swollen cheek.
You have a swollen cheek?
Yeah, I have a sinus infection, and I like literally went to crack. Look how orange my hands are. I went to like crack my jaw or whatever, and then just immediately my cheeks started swelling. I was like, oh no, not again.
I broke my molar last night after the other stream. I broke that shit. It's all you can't see it. It's this one right here, all the way at the back though. The whole back side is open right now.
I have good news.
Did you get your wisdom tooth out?
No, but this is for you. They have a new thing that's gonna be, well, now it's on human trials, but it grows back your teeth. It's like a drug. So there's that to look forward to. You don't have to get
How the heck? How the heck do they regrow that? That's weird.
I don't know. It's probably, I don't know, to regrow bone in general. I don't think exists, but I guess dentists.
Not like that.
The bone keeps growing, I thought, in your mouth, but I don't know, maybe that's kids.
Well, I mean, I know with stem cell and prolotherapy, because I've done it, you can regrow cartilage and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like, a tooth?
It's worth it though.
A tooth? I know, but it's not. I won't get to it in time. I'm going to have to do something else in the meantime. I go tomorrow.
In the meantime.
Like 8 in the morning.
8 in the morning?
8 in the morning. I drive like an hour to get there because I'm out in the sticks.
What'd they do?
Nothing. I'm going to meet the dentist tomorrow. At 8 in the morning after driving for an hour. So
it's a molar.
Yes.
I wonder what you have. How'd you crack it?
I heated up one of those frozen pizzas, and after the stream, yes. And then after the stream, I was like, shit, this is cold. Let's just pop it in the oven again for like just 5 minutes to get it warm. And I ate this walnut salad too. So I don't know if it was the nuts or if it was the crust.
Oh my God. It just cracked.
And I didn't know it. Yeah. And I didn't know it. And I swallowed it.
Oh shit. You didn't even spit that shit up.
I didn't even spit it. I didn't know, man. I didn't even know. I
would have gone to the bathroom and tried to throw it up.
I didn't know it, but well, it's to be technical. It's a crown, and so I didn't know.
Oh.
Until I stuck my tongue along the top. I was like, something feels weird, and I stuck my tongue. I was like, oh shit, and it's big. It's like that.
Really?
And, yeah, it's this weird. Yeah, straight in the back, all the way across.
Well, it'll be an easy fix then, won't it?
I have no idea. As long as they don't try to sell, they were trying to sell me a root canal over the phone. I was like, yes. I was like, I don't need a root canal. Well, what if the tooth isn't all there? I'm like, I think it's all there.
I will do anything but get a root canal.
It's not good for you.
It's not. It just ends up making it worse.
Well, it feeds back into the bloodstream, the microbes,
Yeah.
because it's dead and there's nothing there. So all the microbes build up in your mouth. I'm just going to give everybody a little health lesson. Builds up in your mouth, and between the tooth and the gum goes right into your bloodstream. It doesn't expel. Because you
How
got
do you kill
microbes all
it?
over our body, you know what I mean? And they have
I
a
know.
discharge. It's disgusting, but it is what it is. So
Yeah, and if it doesn't get you sick right away, that bacteria is just going to get bigger and bigger if you're treating other things with antibiotics or whatever, not knowing that this is a
yep.
little steroid growing little fuck.
And this is for black mold in my blood.
What?
Yeah. I
What is it?
got over it's a fucking antibiotic for 30 days. I'm on the home stretch. Shit's makes me sicker than
Which
shit.
one?
Nystatin 500.
Oh shit.
Yeah, makes me sick as a dog. Yeah.
How do you have to take 2 a day?
No, 3.
S-
3. Yeah.
For how long?
For 30 days. Yeah.
Black mold?
Black mold, and they did a whole blood panel on me, and it's like off the charts. Off the
Where
charts.
was the black mold?
In the last place I was living in. Yeah.
Did you know that?
Not
or was
at
it
the
like
time.
behind the wall?
I think it was inside the floor in the wall, but I didn't know it until after.
Yeah.
I had a 3-month infection. I almost lost my hearing on my right side when it happened. Yeah, it was real serious.
Did you suspect it was mold? Did you Google your
No.
symptoms?
No. One day when I was sick, I walked into the closet and I was like, all my shoes and half of my clothes were covered in mold. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I had to throw all that shit out. And I started looking to
sorry.
move. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, shit happens, But for everybody out there who doesn't know, it can give you an autoimmune disease if it doesn't kill you and put you in the hospital.
Yeah.
And
can
lung
make you
problems
gain
too.
weight like crazy because like your cortisol levels are high.
Yeah,
Can do a lot
all
of
that stuff
crazy
is.
shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At least
So
they caught it.
beware.
They did a panel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, mine was out of pocket. It was like $450 out of pocket.
I'm surprised they ran a test. Normally they say it's our period.
I know. That's true. That is true. Yes.
I'm like, at least you got the test.
It's because I have a different type of a doctor. Otherwise, I would have never known, to be honest with you. Never.
Did you get like a functional doctor?
Innovative specialist.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. I need one of those.
She's well known, and she studied underneath Whitaker's Wellness out in California. So he's got quite the rep.
And the new stuff, probably. California is always way ahead when it comes to health.
Yes. So that's going to be part of the stuff that I do with my podcast, because I'm a freak like that, I want to help people, and I'm a freak, so put the two together.
I'm so proud of you for getting this going.
Well, like thank you. I mean, if I didn't get to have done stuff, for your podcast and watch how you're doing it and learn stuff from you, I would have never done it.
I feel like I don't really know. Like, I'm not.
Well, I'm giving you a compliment, especially with like all the stuff you did with looks maxing, which I personally liked that stuff the most.
Really?
Yes, girl. Give me some Botox. Give me some filler. Shit, yeah, I'll do it all. I don't care.
I love the market research. I'm always looking to hear. This is great. But yeah, no, like a lot of people will say they're going to start a YouTube channel, and you said I'm going to do it, and here you are. Like, that's really, you should be proud of yourself.
This is episode 4.
Episode 4, baby.
Episode 4. And I had Sarah on. I don't know. Did you watch that one?
I did. I didn't finish it, but I did watch it. I had it playing in the background.
Yeah. My internet kept going out like a dork. Yeah.
You're doing good.
Thank you. Let's say hello to the audience so everybody feels welcome. We got Radio Freeman. We've got Ken Leckie. We got OTW News, P. Fletch, Spittle Buggies, Sean Weiland, Basedology. Who else we got? We got Uncle Guns, the best mod out there next to me. No, I'm just kidding. I learned from him. And then
you've been killing it. Tortoise.
And then another Sean. I can't pronounce your last name. I'm so sorry, but there's another Sean in the house. Uber Cow, Brandon Hall. Hello to all of you out there. We've got a great guest today. She's got many years on YouTube. She's got a good following, and She's beautiful with nice
Oh my god.
boobies.
Oh
So,
my god. Thank you
and
so
she's looks
much.
maxing it for all of you
You think
gentlemen out
so?
there. Yes.
Really? I don't know how I feel about this top. I don't
Is
know.
it a dress? It looks like a dress.
No, I've been wearing I went to the what do you call it? The cell phone store. What? T-Mobile.
Oh,
I'm wearing like liquid pants.
yeah. Turn around. Let me see. I want to see that booty. Come on. Let
No,
me see that booty.
I don't have one. And then I got
She's
these
like,
on.
she sits right down. What are you being all shy for? You're cute. Come on.
I'm a shy bitch. Mom,
Oh, no, I'm not quite old
get
enough
me
to
a
be
little
your
drunk
mom.
first. Maybe I will.
I'm not old enough to be your mom. Maybe your older sister, though. All right. So we'll start with some
Sister.
stupid questions. The best questions are the most ridiculous, nerdy questions. Let's start with nerdy hobbies. Do you have any nerdy hobbies? Do you like comic books? Is there any D&D, video games, anything?
Oh, D&D, like what's that?
Dungeons and Dragons, isn't that what
Rolo plays that.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he
That's
does.
funny. I've never played that.
Yeah, me neither. I can't get into it. I just keep laughing.
Can't do it either. I know there's this
Rolo
other
was
one,
so
Warhammer.
serious with it. I don't know if I have any nerdy hobbies, to be honest with you. I read a lot. Is that
Reading is
nerdy?
good.
Okay.
So a
I
little bit of a
use
book nerd, but that's a good thing.
I do listen to metal and like a lot of I listen to a lot of different music, but like I know metal's kind of out there, but it's not nerdy. I don't
Yeah, no, that's
know.
not nerdy. That's
I
more
don't
like,
know.
cool stuff,
No, I was an art freak for a moment in high school,
That's
but
cool.
is that nerdy? That's nerdy.
Not really. I mean,
No,
depends on how far you take it.
I
And if you
like
look
cars.
nerdy when you do. Hey P Fletch, nice to see you. It just depends on if you're wearing the
Oh,
overall
duh, debate.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
biggest nerdy hobby.
I don't think that's nerdy. Is that nerdy? Come
Oh,
on.
yes, we were absolutely made fun of. Like
Oh.
super nerdy. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So she likes art. She likes metal music. Do you listen to jazz or anything?
Ooh, no, but there is a lady who plays clarinet that's very well known in what's the place? Whoa, New Orleans. You probably know her. She plays there Mondays. She's very well known actually. Hold on, let me get her name.
Is she on like YouTube?
No, she's a little older.
Okay.
New Orleans clarinet player. She's amazing. Like really good. She's like played for the president and stuff.
Oh, okay. You're
Yeah.
probably right.
Doreen. Or
Doreen?
Kathleen.
Okay.
Kathleen.
Okay.
Is it? I don't know. I think it's
I don't
Kathleen. Hold on,
know.
let me let my dog.
I'd have to see the broad. Like, has she been around for years, or she's gonna go check it? In the meantime, it's not for people with AD&D. With ADD, what? AD&D. I'm such a dork. I can't believe I just said AD&D.
She says, "What is her name?"
I don't know.
I know. She's
Was she
very
like
well known.
during Bush or Clinton?
I'm looking at her right now. I'm
Obama?
like, why doesn't it? Christian. It's only giving me the photographer's name. Hold on.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Uber Cow cosplay? No, we're looking for a clarinet player.
It's a woman. I think it's Doreen. Yeah, it is Doreen.
Oh, okay.
Doreen Ketchens. She's insane.
I'd have to see her face in order to do that. Honestly.
Google her. Can you or no?
Yeah, I'll take a little look-see. What was her name again? Doreen? Doreen what?
Ketchens. Ketchen.
Clarinet. I bet you could hear me. Oh.
Yeah. She's insane.
French
You gotta watch her.
Born October 3rd, 1966. Oh, she's a Libra.
Oh, She's a little flirt is what she is.
Oh yeah, all Libras are massive flirts. I know. My dad was a humongous flirt, preacher and all. Still was a flirt. Ladies,
Ooh, tell me
walk
deep
in,
behind the church.
walk in, do his 15 minutes, and swoop all the ladies off their feet, and then turn around and walk off.
Really?
Oh yeah, but he was cute.
He
So
has Riz.
yeah, and he was a short king.
Cosplay.
Yeah, short king.
Short king. I love a short
Yeah.
king.
But well, they got personality, girl, times 10. And then he also could knock a motherfucker out.
Really?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. He was going
Do
into boxing
tell.
and stuff.
We need
Oh well,
deets.
one time, actually twice, for one instance, he walked out after doing a set from being a preacher, and this guy was yelling at his wife in the parking lot of the church, and he started hitting her, and he walked up to him and he says, "You either knock that shit off and get in your car and leave, or I'm gonna take care of you right now." And the guy came after him, and he just did a one pop, and he was down. He was out. George did boxing and stuff. He was a tough old man.
George.
Yeah, he was a tough old man. 1928, girl. He was out on the streets all by himself as a kid to survive during the Depression. So you had to really be tough. He used to sleep with a knife underneath his arm on the streets because people would come up. Yeah, and pull his blade out.
On the streets?
Yeah, as a kid. Yeah.
Wow.
He showed up from school one day home, and they picked up and moved and locked up the house. He had nowhere to go. He was out on the streets at the age of 10, 11. Yeah.
Did he ever contact them later?
Yeah, he contacted them later, but he had issues.
Was he like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, we never really got into that conversation though,
Yeah.
It was a little touchy for him, I could tell. So, or maybe I should have, but at the time I was younger, and so I didn't think about that type of stuff. So let's talk about other stuff. I don't want to bore people about my existence when it's about you. So
I know, but I
wonder this question. I'm going to ask every woman who ever comes on, because men are always watching and men want to know. So, what kind of underwear are you wearing? And if you want to show the top, you can show the top. I'm wearing a thong.
I don't get paid enough for this shit.
I know, right? Hey, you guys want to see part of her thong? Pay the lady, and she will be more apt to do so.
It's not a thong. Okay.
It's not? What is it, like a Brazilian cut or something? Hipster?
It's like a lacy bikini cut. Okay. You know the ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I like to wear if I'm not going to wear a thong.
Yeah, it's comfy. Almost like silk, but lace.
Yeah.
I don't know. Black.
Silk is hard to get these days.
I don't think it's real silk.
Oh, probably like a satin or something then.
Yeah, that's probably more. It's from Target. They have really comfortable, like not the 5 for whatever, not those. If you get the ones on the hangers, they're still cheap, but they're like super like durable in the washer. Even though I use one of those lingerie, what do you call it? I use like that, but still, it's been chilling. It's been doing well.
When I was growing up in the 90s, they would buy lingerie from Victoria's Secret. And back then, Victoria's Secret wasn't all plastic and made from China. It was all silk and satin and lace imported. And it was all high end. Yes, it was. And it was nice. And I didn't have boobs yet. But I was like, as soon as I get boobs, I want all my bras from Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
And then China came and took over. Damn it. I got a couple of things, but
What about Fredericks of Hollywood? My mom used to shop from that.
They've always had, stripper stuff, always.
Yeah, my mom used to say they had like nice stuff.
The Fredericks bra.
Fredericks, I always thought was like super trashy, but my mom was saying that it used to be nicer than Victoria's Secret. I don't believe her.
Yeah,
was it? I don't think so. I think she was just trying to justify.
I don't know, honestly, because I was never able to go into one, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I was really little, so after that, all I knew is them going into Victoria's Secret.
Damn.
I had a silk robe, and so I think I still have it in a box somewhere.
I have like 6. I love their robes.
Yeah,
Love
I like
them.
the ribs too.
Yeah,
All
they
right,
last
so
a
with
long
the
time.
underwear, I also
Mhm.
asked this to all the ladies. Do the carpets match the drapes?
Does the carpet match the drapes?
Are you a
I
fire crotch? Do they match the drapes? The carpets match. I have dark hair, so it's all the same.
I don't fucking know.
You don't know
I
if you're a
answer.
fire crotch?
No, don't, I'm not gonna give these men something to think about. I
Oh
have a
my
dick.
God, redheads. You got a dick?
Yeah, I
Girl,
do.
I could be interested in you then.
This bitch. To
I'm gonna
does
hit
the
you up later if you
carpet
got a dick,
match
girl.
the drapes? What else? What bring
Okay,
them?
all right.
These
Now, I just learned about this like the night before yesterday.
uh,
It's kind of gross, but it was kind of
do I
funny.
want to know?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can YouTube this later. Have you have you ever heard about or tried butthole sunning? And if so, what's your experience? I saw whole groups of people with their legs spread in the sun, getting a suntan on their junk.
Why? I'm a
Huh?
ginger, so we're like very just pale everywhere.
Okay, so then that's scratch that one. Did you hear about yoni steaming then? Which I also
I
found
have.
out.
I've heard about that through Janelle.
Oh,
You know Janelle. You
no,
don't know
do I?
Janelle? I'll
No?
introduce you. She's super
Okay.
cool. Yeah, she
Would you
does that.
recommend yoni steaming? I have mixed feelings about it.
Um, what's our goal? What are we trying to do?
I don't know,
Add
man.
moisture back?
I guess they think it's going to stimulate the walls and freshen up this
Oh,
whatever the
so
stench
you're
is,
saying
and
make it tighter for the man down there?
I guess so. I guess
No, he
they
can
say
suffer.
it cleans. I'm thinking more like a yeast infection, but I could be
Oh my
wrong.
god. Um,
Well, all those
no, honestly,
herbs and spices.
I don't do any of that like butt spa, vagina spa. I keep it all natural, baby.
Which is why I said stupid questions, but
No, it's funny.
stuff I just learned about. I figured, well, let's go find out. All right,
Okay, keep
let's
them
see.
coming.
What's the other one? Okay. All right. This is like a manosphere-ish kind of
Oh, great.
question because they like to do this to us women as if all we are is like, looking for somebody to pay for everything, right? That's all we do,
Mhm.
right? That's all we do. We just want somebody to pay for everything. So
Absolutely.
here's a manospheric related question. Have
Mhm,
you ever, which I'm gonna start asking all the ladies too, because manosphere, I
mhm.
love it so much and all. I don't. Have you ever went on like a dinner date or lunch date just because you were hungry? Because they say we do this
Never.
stuff.
I'm terrified to eat in front of people.
I used to be like that.
How do you get
Paranoid.
over it?
Well,
I
I
just
traveled
couldn't
for
use
work so
somebody
much
for
that if I
dinner.
didn't, I'd never eat. That's the first way.
I feel like I just I barely eat or sit down to eat in general. So no, like I eat as I work. I couldn't imagine. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's probably like most people, especially if you're working. Yeah. Which
You
we're going to
think
talk
so?
about. Yeah. I used to stand up and eat all the time. Yeah.
I don't know.
And if
I
anybody wants to know, for me, no, I never went on. I have a low body count, unfortunately, and I never went anywhere and just used a dude to get food. I did have some guy friends that if they kept me out too late, would occasionally buy me some food, but I didn't. I would have never got home if
yeah,
I didn't. So I
yeah,
figured I'd answer the question also.
yeah. I've made there was a guy that wanted to get into the club that I was working at, and they used to DM you because we would be like, come see your girl, and they're like, can I get in with like a soda? I was like, yeah, if you bring me a burrito from Taco Burrito King. And literally I was working and the bouncer comes up to me like, burrito, and I was like, I'm sorry, what? And he was like, burrito. And I was like, are
Yeah,
you going? Like, are you doing a food run? Like, I didn't
that's
even think
cool.
about it. And I guess he was like, no, burrito. dude. And
Okay,
I was like, "Oh, yeah,
what was
let him
the
in."
burrito? Was it beef? Was it pork? What was it? Let's
It's
find out what
it
you like to eat. What do you eat?
it was vegetarian for sure with a lot of avocado. I love
And
it.
cheese?
I don't like, liquid cheese. Is that like nacho
Yeah.
sauce? I don't like
Yeah, that's
that.
gross. It's got
Yeah.
MSG in it too.
Yeah, I like shredded. I don't know what else they put on it. Taco Burrito King's pretty well known. They're known for cheese fries, though. I didn't get
That's
cheese
that sounds
fries.
pretty good, and I don't blame you for it at all, to be quite frank. Not
Yeah,
at all.
it was fire.
Do you like spicy food?
Yeah, I do.
I can't handle spicy food. It kills my guts.
Really?
Yeah.
Like it hurts it?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, like category 12 acid reflux, man, like dying.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That sucks. I had acid reflux like for a week once and it was brutal, but I just had
Did it come
surgery.
up?
No, but it was like making me nauseous sitting up and I had to sleep that way. And so it wasn't coming up, but it was doing something. It was doing something that it must have been coming up. I don't remember, but it made me nauseous. And I remember they
Yeah.
were like, it's acid reflux. And I was like, really? Didn't make sense to me.
Mine burns all the way up into my esophagus, so that's why I'm like,
Really?
yes, God, I was on the worst prescriptions. I had to get off of it though. I'm off all of it. Thank God. Yes. Which is, see, that's why I want to talk about health stuff. Yeah, like what I did to
No
help
way.
stuff. I'm having an allergy. Hold on. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Like
You're
little
good.
baby hairs and stuff floating around. I'm surprised you can't hear. She's sitting here chewing on her feet.
No.
she's, she's sitting here chewing on her feet. I'd show you her, but why, you want to see her?
Yeah, go get her.
Come here, fatty. Where are you? Oh, she's on my bed. Oh no, I'll
Come here,
get her
you
after.
little fat fuck.
She won't get up unless I give her food. Come here. Come here. I don't have any food. She won't come to me. You want a Twinkie?
A Twinkie.
She licks her lips. Come here. You know, that was a dirty trick, huh, Mom? Come here. Oh, there we go.
This dog. These dogs fart like no other. Am I right?
Yep. Yes.
And it will kill you. It really will. I'm like,
it's not too
they're
bad.
so
though.
cute. Hello.
She's not too bad.
Hello.
She's a good little guard doggy.
She's like, I don't care. I just
She's
fart.
a good girl.
Aw.
So, my next question, I want to know about your life before YouTube. Tell us about yourself. What was your life like before YouTube?
I don't. Before YouTube, I really just was working in the nightclub. I had a very social life. People, a lot of meeting new people, making drinks, and being the life of the party, pretty much. But
We're
like
having
behind
fun.
the bar, not the life of the party on the other side. That's a whole nother story. But did that, modeled.
Did you have fun when you did both the modeling and the other?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Okay, because you and I are both short. What type of modeling did you do?
I did high fashion stuff, actually. Shockingly. I think it's because I have red hair. I think that's the only reason they hired me, if I'm being honest.
Was it like local stuff? Like local
Yeah,
runway
and online online magazine, not magazines, but online, what do you call it? Editorials before Instagram. Some small businesses, stuff like that. I've done nothing like crazy. I don't know. I'm shy.
No, that's pretty cool.
I don't know. I guess like things pop up when I'll talk about certain things, but I've never really sat and thought about it, to be honest with you. I did so many different things growing up that like, I don't know.
But you liked doing the nightclub stuff the best, right?
I'm the best at it. It's probably the only thing I do really, really well, like bartending in particular.
So is that what got you into bartending, or did you do something else first in nightclub and then that got you into bartending?
I was a manager of a breakfast place, and then I was working as a server at like a titty bar, like Twin Peaks, Hooters type thing. And then
Twin Peaks. I can't imagine why it's called Twin Peaks. That's
right,
cool.
right. But I worked there for a couple months, and then you have to have like perfect scores because you get graded before you go on shift. So your hair, your nails, your makeup, your body, skin color,
Oh,
crazy
great.
shit.
Do
Yeah.
they measure you too?
No, but like they check your nails. You have to have them out like this. And
Do
you
you
know how many
actually?
times I had broken nails?
Oh my
Like,
God.
but they promoted me to like bartend when I was 18 or 19, which was unheard of. The girls didn't like me at first, and then they became like my best friends. But most of the girls were there for a really long time before they could even consider going behind the bar. And then I didn't even think I would ever bartend, if I'm being honest with you. It just kind of happened. Then I worked downtown shortly after that once I turned 21.
And then that's when you're able to get licensed for it, right? Because I don't know, it's
So,
really different in different states. I'm, California, so
yeah. Um, to work in hospitality in general, if you work in a bar or whatever, you have to get your food handlers. It's called some other stuff, food handlers, and then your alcohol. Alcohol is like the separate one for bartenders. But then, like in Nevada, you can get your pour card, which requires that's like, I guess, a license, if you will, but it's all
okay,
certifications. Some states don't even require them. Like I had one for Texas, but I don't think they required it. It
okay.
just
So then you
proves,
traveled too.
yeah, yeah, I did. But it just shows that um, maybe it is required, but you can get away with not having it. But if you get somebody overly intoxicated and they kill somebody and they go back to you to see who served or whatever, how much did you serve them? Not good. You probably
Got
want
you.
to have it. Yeah. So I had like six of them, something like that. They're really easy.
Well, if things don't get better for me, I'll be bartending.
Hell
That'd be a
yeah.
new adventure for me. Which I don't really drink, so whatever. I'm probably the perfect candidate for here. Let me help you get lit, and I'll stay sober.
A lot of bartenders don't drink. So,
Really? Oh, okay.
mhm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you work in a nightclub, that's probably the only place that allows it, that you're like, you get in the habit of doing it. But any other place would be like, no, you're not allowed to drink. And like, I started at 18. So that was like my entire experience was behind a bar. I was never like, ooh, I want to try different shots. It just, I always worked it. So
Okay.
I don't know. It's different when you like go out, party, you're over the age of 21, and then you become a bartender. It's like I feel like you could get addicted to alcohol doing it that way.
Oh,
I
heck
don't
yeah, you
know.
probably could.
Yeah.
I bet lots of them have. I've seen some bartenders who will get lit with you. So,
Yeah. Yeah. But if they
yeah.
work in like a just a sports bar, they're probably not drinking. But if you're going to a nightclub, I don't know, it's one way. They're either nurses on the side or another career, barbers. And so they drink a little bit, or they're doing blow with like the manager in the back room. It depends. There's really no medium. Or
You're
you're
right.
like
Yeah,
not
you're
doing
right.
shit. Yeah.
I had this one dentist. I don't think I should say the name because I don't want somebody to come back and sue me. He's a famous dentist who does
Mhm.
like the Kardashians and stuff, and he did a couple of things for me because I had another dentist botch some work for me, and they were putting like four crowns on for me that guy botched, and they kept popping off all the time. Like every week they were popping off. And he got done doing the work, and with his assistant, I go into the bathroom. It's intermission. I close the door. I hear her come in, and I can see her through the crack in the stall. And she pulled her shit out, and she was doing blow right up on the sink
Yeah.
in between doing my mouth. And I was like,
She's trying to stay awake.
She's trying to stay awake, and I'm like, "Oh, man, just don't fuck my mouth up." You know?
No, she's gonna put in some extra work on those. I'm just
I
kidding.
hope so, yeah. Yes.
Just
I laughed, though. I was like, "I guess the stigma is true. The dentists are still doing the blow. The
yeah, I've
white
heard
man's
crazy
drug."
things about dentists, no lie. I've heard they're like the most depressed
Yes.
occupation out of
Mhm.
all of them, so they have no care in the world when it comes to things like drugs and alcohol.
Yes,
But
and they're
it's a rumor.
unhinged. Some of them are unhinged.
Are they?
Yes, and I had this one dentist who was from some other, like, Czechoslovakian country. I cannot remember which one it was, and he had this, like, Mr. Potato Head, and the dude tried to kiss me, like, 3 times. Every time I would come in, this dude was trying to kiss me, girl. I was
What?
like, "Please, God, don't let me leave here pregnant." He put you out, and the next thing you know, you're pregnant.
Were you into it? Was it good?
No. No, he was like
What do
some
you mean
older creepy
pregnant?
dude. And he was an ex-drummer for some supposed famous band from that country, and I was like, "Uh-huh." That's what they
What
all
did you
say.
ever watch him play? Really? Do they say that?
Yes, most of them do, yeah.
No way. Do
Yes.
they? I
Yes.
People that are actually in big bands don't say shit like that to you. People
I
just
know,
know
that's
who
why
they
I say
are.
most of the smaller ones do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they're
I
they're
believe you.
shit. Yeah.
Damn. Did he look
So
like a drummer?
no, he had Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, he sounds like drummers are normally pretty hot.
Yeah, no, he wasn't hot at all.
Yeah. Damn.
You know, one
I'm
of these
sorry.
days, I'm gonna look and see if he still has a website, and then I'll show you what he looks
Yeah, I want to see.
like.
Wait, show me after this. I
Big
must
fat
know.
head.
Yeah, it sounds like it's like the guy from the Goonies, Babe Ruth,
Kind
like
of,
on the
a
drums
little
with the
bit.
head.
Yeah. King of the stick twirlers. Yeah. Probably what he was. Yeah. Self knows what I mean by king of the stick twirlers, I'm sure.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Huh?
What does that mean?
It means that they're not really very good drummers, but they're great at, twirling sticks in the air. That's about all they're
Oh,
good
shit.
for.
See, all the supposed good drummers, when I hear other people say it, they can hold like one solid beat, like
Yeah,
for
yeah.
different music. What's
Yeah,
her
that's
name
about
from
it.
White Stripes? The girl,
Yes,
Meg
usually.
White. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Or they're
let's see.
really talented, like with
Yes, I
everything.
knew this one drummer, from, the Caribou Ranch, the Guercio family, and let me tell you, he's the best fucking drummer I've ever seen since, and at
Really?
13, 14, oh god, yes. At 13, 14 years old, he was sitting in for Gladys Knight and a lot of other headliners. His dad was the
Wow.
producer for Elvis and stuff, yeah, and
Whoa.
those were some of the people that I knew and was hanging out with
That's
as a
legit.
young one. Yeah, so it kinda jades you, and you're, like, getting around other people and they're, like, doing their things, like, you're just kinda okay.
Yeah, but they all have the same ego. And so it's like when you're
Yeah,
not that good, it's one thing if you're really good, and I know a lot of people that are like really good, but super narcissistic, but the ones that are like they have to name drop, I don't like that. I don't
yes,
like
I know, I
the
know.
drummers. They're like, "Yeah, I worked with this guy super closely," and they didn't. They just like were in the same building or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, guitar players, what do you call a guitar player holding a light bulb?
It's not his fucking job, but there he is. I don't know.
The world revolves around him.
Oh, for
Or
sure.
or the other one, what do you call a guitar player without a girlfriend? Homeless.
Oh my god. Without a girlfriend.
Yes, it's true.
Home
If they don't have
homeless.
yeah,
Yes. Actually, you're not
yes.
wrong. And they have a
Mhm, I
booger
know.
wall.
I
I
knew
was like,
lots of
"Wait,
them.
they don't even tell people that they have a girlfriend. What do you mean by homeless?" And then I'm like, "Oh, duh, they're looking for a home. That's why they date girls." That's funny.
Yes. Alright, so I got another good question for you because 'cause you've talked about it on streams. You talk about having being shy and having anxiety,
Mhm.
which I also have struggled with being shy and having anxiety.
Yeah.
And theater is probably the best thing, but the next best thing was getting into sales and opening my own company. So I was
Yeah.
gonna ask you, do you feel that being a bartender and being the nightclub life and doing stuff like that has helped you with your anxiety and being shy?
Yeah, for sure. I've been offered a lot of sales jobs from it. But like
Yeah.
if you ask me like go answer a phone call right now, I won't do it. Like I can't do it. But it comes and goes if I'm being honest. And social anxiety for me developed in my early adulthood. So it's not like I had it when I was younger.
Mhm.
So I had something to go off of, be like, okay, it's not that scary. We've done this many times before, bitch. But yeah,
Yeah.
bartending helps with having to come up with like small talk, how to greet people,
Yes,
how
that's true.
to recognize people, what to expect, the weird shit. I've been asked a lot of weird shit.
Give
So,
me your best weird encounter, weird question, weird moment, whatever it is. What's the best one? The weirdest one?
mm, define weird. Scary weird or like
Yeah,
gross
either or.
weird or
Let's do
like
scary
all?
weird. Yeah, scary weird.
Mm,
Let's do scary weird.
scary weird. Probably this man whose name I shall not name. I don't even think I could remember it. Maybe I could. I could message a few bosses. There's some dude that would send me glass flowers at each place I worked at. Never came in. Yeah, would call jobs like, is Tori there? Is Tori there? And if like there's a new
God.
girl who doesn't know, don't like give away when I'm there, bitch. Like
Yeah,
save a
yeah,
bitch from a stalker.
yeah.
Like if they could just, I don't know, they've sent like little tiny bottles of Moe and which is like ace of spades, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. But like they'll send it was like glass flowers, like one rose that's like glass, but every few weeks. And I would sub in for like a lot of different bars. So don't know who it is still to this day. He used to call and say weird shit. If I'm
Oh
not
God.
mistaken, it's a guy that called into LA Tan when I worked there asking about nipple covers. I'm pretty sure it's the same dude. Yeah, that's why like scary. Like I was working there when I was 16.
Oh
Um
my God. What a creeper.
yeah, like none of it makes sense. Like I wish I had a more elaborate like just weird shit. Like my boss would be like, "Hey, don't mean to freak you out, but like," and I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Look at the shelf." And there another box. Just nobody knows who he is. We've looked at the cameras and like at the time it just I don't think he even was on the camera. I don't remember. There's another guy that
Did you get
um
escorted out of the building every night? Like, did you?
oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Mm, I'm trying to think of other stuff. Oh, I remember I got a phone call while I was bartending. So it was like a sports bar type thing. But the person on the other line was a tattoo shop. I don't remember which one. And they were like, "Hi, this is so and so. You don't know me, but I just had a client come in with your Facebook photo asking me to tattoo like some pinup girl using your face. And I wanted to let you know you're close friends with somebody else that I know, and he was saying how you worked here, and I thought maybe I should just call her. I didn't do it, but like that was
Oh,
weird. But
wow.
yeah, I mean that happens when you're making public posts, like come see your girl, and that's what they make you do as a bartender, or else you get fired. So that's what we risk. Like,
That's true.
I
And
wonder
now
if he ever got it done and if I look cute. It was not a
I
good
know.
photo. It was a
It
bad
wasn't?
photo. No, it was a bad photo star. Like, I don't know
Oh,
where
wow.
he got that photo. It said Facebook, but it was not a good one. Cause I remember being like, that's not even a profile pic. It was like me in a picture with somebody. It was weird.
Oh, crap. Okay, that's pretty creepy. God.
Yeah.
Did you tell your parents?
Mm, no. Mm-mm.
Oh.
My dad is probably, bless his heart. Because my sisters are both really good looking too. So I can't imagine the shit he's had to dodge. I don't know.
Where's the shotgun? Did he greet all the guys at the door with the shotgun?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
No. No, we didn't do that. We didn't bring boys over.
that was probably smart.
I think I had one of my sisters brought boys over. It wasn't like they were going into their room or anything. There was like a small party in the basement. And so I went down there and was chilling, but I've never seen men in that home other than my brother.
My grandmother would make sure if a boy called for me, I never got the message.
Was she jealous?
Just extremely controlling and sabotaging type.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Maybe one day I'll talk about it more, but until then, stay tuned.
What the fuck?
Yeah, she was very sabotaging, you know. So it's like, God, if you want to get me married off so bad, don't you have to let me meet somebody first? She'd be like, I need to get her to meet an older man. She would have sold me off to the higher bid, to the highest bidder. I'm telling you right now, she would have done it.
Really?
God, yes. Yes,
Oh
if you had enough money, hell yeah.
Yeah. I remember my mom used to say, like, marry rich, because that's what my mom did, even though my dad's not rich by any means, but she like married and didn't want to work type shit.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
said it to like my second mom growing up, and who was a psychiatrist and a doctor, a child psychiatrist actually. And she was like, why can't you make your own money? Why can't you make your own money? And she's the nicest, most feminine woman in the world. But I remember that moment. I was like, maybe 6 in the van with her. It's like, my mom said to marry rich. She's like, but you can do it yourself. And it was something that I always thought about in moments where I thought I was stupid and shit. Stuck with me for the good.
Yes, we all got some of those stories, don't we?
She married like her high school or college sweetheart. They're both doctors and they did very, very well. I'm like, damn. Goals.
Damn, Mom, that was smart. Good job.
Yeah. Anytime I had a guy, she was like, is he rich? And I was like, okay, Mom.
Well, did she introduce you to some doctors?
My mom's nuts. No, she did not. She did. I met doctors while I bartended. I met every type of man.
Well, I guess you got a spectrum, you know. Reel one in, man. Make sure he's got some money. All right, here's another question. So what brought you to becoming a podcaster? What got you here? What was
I would have done YouTube when I was younger. I just was like, I just never had the money to get like equipment and stuff, but
yes,
I knew I was gonna. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Sure is.
Yeah. Very, very, very expensive. So if you would have done it younger, what would you have done? Something different, something like this?
Probably makeup or something related to whatever I was studying at the time, because I always wanted to study very polar opposite majors. So it's like, it could have been music, it could have been science, it would have been something. I just don't know what. I like the idea of connecting with people. Even before this became super interconnected like it is now, I just wanted to connect with people around the world.
Well, you're doing a good job with people tend to seem to like you, so you got.
So are you?
Yeah. Well, thank you. Okay,
I think you're gonna blow up in this area.
So, and then, let's see. So, why did you end up in the manosphere and as red pill adjacent? What's the allure to that one?
I guess I was saying things that were arguably red pill aware, and I was on TikTok and I was spammed with like Rollo Tomasi on TikTok, like in a live stream. And then I did a little Google search, bought his book, read the damn book, and then DM'd him. And I was like, yeah, can I interview you for the podcast? And there was like the first person I asked that was bigger than anybody I knew. I was interviewing like friends and stuff. I gotta let my dog in here in a second, but do you hear her?
I do, yes.
Hold on.
Is she okay?
She sounds like she's not.
It's
I'm
okay.
coming,
We'll wait
Mama.
for you.
I know, baby.
Puppy needs to go outside
Come
for
here,
a
my
potty, I guess, huh?
Careful. Come here, Spot. Hey, little Oreo.
I like her lighting. I need to get softer lighting.
Ouch. I'm stumbling. No. So anyways, what did I say? I messaged him and I
Yeah,
was
you
like, "Hey,
messaged
can
me.
I interview you?" He's like, "Yeah, we can like set something up." You know, Rolo just being chill. And
Mhm.
then he was saying how he was going to be in Florida for something. So I lied and said that I was already in Florida. And then when he agreed to do it, I literally bought a ticket and flew down there. Like,
Got it.
yeah, got to
That's pretty cool.
make your opportunities come to you, baby.
You absolutely have to, because if you don't, they will, you know, fly right by you.
Yeah.
So, what was it when you started talking to all of those people and you were, I guess you were learning more about red pill then?
Yeah.
Did you
I was like
find a
24,
connection? Oh, you were 24.
24.
Did you
Mhm.
find a connection when you started learning more about it? What was the draw to it?
Well, I used to help men behind the bar pick up women. I always forget that part. So we had like a whole
Oh,
book of stuff. Yeah. So when I give advice in regards to how to pick up women, it's because it actually works. But yeah, I was doing that for a while, and that was like men asking me for help. And
got it. Okay.
so I already kind of had an idea of how the world works, especially with men and women and working behind a bar. You see
Mhm.
everything. You see all the first Tinder dates, if you will. You see the amogging or whatever it's called, the girl stealing the guy that has a boyfriend, that sort of
Mhm.
thing. So,
That's cool.
mhm.
Did you what would you say you learned in the male and female dynamics in that was the thing that stood out to you the most? What do you think stood out
That
to you the
most men are not fucking. It's eye opening. You
most?
know how
Okay.
I'm just like, they're all cheating. I thought
Okay.
men were fucking a new bitch every day. Like,
Wow.
mhm. Like I didn't realize that the men that would ask for help, like they were all good looking, like very outgoing, and like they had a hard time with it. You would think that they would ask me in order to get my number or something, but it
Yeah.
wasn't. It wasn't. They were
Alright,
just
so what were they doing? They weren't doing anything? They're just kinda coming and
they'd be
leaving?
like, "How do I get that girl's number?" And I was like, "Give me 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes to just catch the vibe, see what she's talking about, and then come up with something." Because I would eavesdrop, so I would know.
Oh,
Yeah, but I guess I would like break the ice for a lot of people, and girls would be comfortable with me. I mean, if the guy came off as creepy, which is honestly a lot more rare than guys probably think, then I would just be like, I wouldn't go up to her at all or try to. But most of the time, it was good. I saw people leave together. Okay, I was doing something.
yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Did, did Rolo teach you anything that was important?
Rolo made me hate men. Rolo.
What?
Yes, it did the exact opposite.
Wow.
I'm like,
Okay.
I not like Rolo did.
No,
Not
no,
like
I knew what
Rolo,
you meant, just
Rolo.
the generalities, right?
Yeah. But Rolo, mm, he also what else? He did something about he said something to me that sticks out. He's like, listen, fuck that wall, fuck that shit. You stay in shape and you're winning as you age. And so I always think about it like when people feel bad about aging, go to the gym, you age backwards. Cause it's like the top 20% of people in all age groups is those that are fit. Like you're hot forever, you know?
I'm having a storm over here, so my internet froze. Did you say that he said that you don't really hit the wall? What was that part? I missed that part, I'm
She's like,
sorry.
I must know. No, I'm
Yeah, I
just
wanna
kidding.
know, what did he say about the wall?
He's like, the wall is not what you think it is. People mix it up in the red pill. Cause I'm like, oh no, running out of time. But do I actually get? But he's like, no, stay in shape, work on good qualities. And I don't know, just kind of all this shit that I guess a lot of girls don't know. You probably knew that shit. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I knew the generalities, but I never had somebody sit me down and go, "Hey, it's like this. Let's
He
talk
didn't
about
really
life.
sit me
One,
down,
two, three."
actually. He never really sit me down. And it was never like, oh no, Tori. Like, it's more like, I can't marry men. Have you seen me? And he like finds it funny. Like, he
Yeah.
doesn't view me as like somebody to hope I can trick a beta into marrying me.
That's funny.
He says I'd be such a good mom. Oh, Rolo.
Okay, well, let's talk about you being a mom. Do you wanna be a mom?
No,
Why?
no,
Why not? What's wrong with
no.
it? What's wrong with it?
Mm-mm. I just don't want to pass down my genes. Thank you.
That's the only real reason?
That's a big reason, Star. She's like, no, it's not.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
mean, look at all the people who have kids, you know?
Mm,
There's never a perfect anything, and sometimes even out of something that you think is imperfect can bring something that's good.
my dog's chewing on a box. What box is that? Loci. Hold on. No, bitch.
Dog trouble,
No.
like children getting into everything.
I swear to God, I'm like, if that's my heel, I'm gonna be so mad.
Oh, I know. I've had it happen.
It's the worst. They'll eat anything sometimes, but it wasn't. It was an empty one, so we're okay.
It's an empty one. Okay, that's good. An empty
Yeah.
box is good. Okay, so you don't want to have kids. Do you at least want to get married?
No, I don't think I'm marriage material, to be honest with you.
Why?
Because I'm mean when I'm in a depression. I forget a lot of stuff because I'm ADD. I'm not a type A personality. I'm not making appointments for you. If anything, I need a wife. That's what I need. I want a wife. I want a wife.
I do find you quite attractive, Torshaa. I do like redheads.
Love you.
And I can cook.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's a marriage made in heaven, I'm telling you.
Yeah, but
if you can help me clean, I can cook.
I'm really good at cleaning, actually. I'm pretty good
ADD.
at that.
That's why I said the cleaning. See how that works?
Yeah, and having dogs, like I don't like when people will be like dirty with dogs. There's like two types of people. You're either clean or you're not with dogs, but I vacuum all the time and they shed a lot. So I'm just like, yeah, but if I had a doctor tell me today that my chances of passing down a child with like severe mental illness are less than 10%, I probably would risk it. But I think I can do more for the world if I didn't have kids. And I used my time to help families make sure that they have the ability to get their adult child help when they're already adults or whatever. Sorry, I cannot focus with this dog. Loci.
My goodness, you could do a whole series on, I don't know, mental illness and different things, and then what type of help they could get and bringing awareness to it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm looking for ideas.
But,
I love that.
But I think you're giving yourself too much of a hard time because there's no guarantees. You know, like you can have two normal people. Mind. Yeah. But just don't wait too long because, you know what they say, that our eggs are rotting as we speak.
Well, I already
not that I love any of you who say that stuff. I don't.
I hope that if I do meet somebody and have like a long-term relationship, I would be really happy if they had kids, like really, really happy, which a lot of people don't want to be with single parents, or they like would rather have kids with them first. I'm like, no, I hope you have kids. So,
well, I mean, stepmom is always I don't see anything wrong being a stepmom.
Stepmama. I'm gonna be the girl from Parent Trap who's bitchy and mean. Like that's me. I forget her name.
Eh, kids need all the love that they can get, especially today.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you got love to offer, give it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try.
I see better things for yourself than than the doom and gloom that you've proclaimed a little bit.
You think it's doom and gloom? I don't
A
think it's
little
doom and
bit. I
gloom.
mean, come on, like
Really?
renewables and that. Yes, a little bit. It's a little
I feel
depressing.
like it's
Yes.
practical.
Oh, there's nothing practical in life, girl.
Really?
That's what people. Yes, there's no guarantees. You can be
The
two normal
things
people and have a psychotic child. It can happen. Like
See,
seriously.
if somebody see, I don't see it as being doom and gloom. You know what I do see as doom and gloom? If I have like a high risk of passing down genes with schizophrenia and I give birth and I watch my child grow up and then at 18 it snatches them, that's not worth it to me. And I don't think I could do it again. I really don't. I think it would kill me that time. Who knows? So,
Well, but you got to always remember that everything that we do and keeps us and holds us back is based off of fear. And
really?
sometimes our fear is unfounded.
Mm. Really? Because I
Yes.
feel like my psychiatrists are on my side with this one. I
Oh, do
don't
you
know.
have one? Well, I'm not going to get
Yeah.
between you and your doctors. I'm just saying
Kidding.
most
I'm
of the
kidding.
time people's fears are unfounded and it doesn't happen most of the time, you know? So
Yeah.
sometimes you just got to kind of move ahead in life and persevere.
If
And
my
a lot of
child ends
times
up
a lot of
psychotic,
times things come out all just fine, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So,
But see, I think if I could use my time to help the parents get some of that, some of the ability to at least like force meds, bad word, but like force meds on their adult child so that they have a chance at recovering from the psychosis and it never manifests as schizophrenia,
mhm.
I'll do that. But like the fact it hasn't been done yet tells me that like you can't do both. You know what I mean? That's why I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll be, a lot of people call it selfless, but in this space, I find they're like, that's a selfish reason. But I feel like I'm doing the most selfless act. Or maybe I'm lying to myself. Who fucking knows?
Well, just, you got to look at life like how much do you want to deny yourself, you know? Sometimes you're denying yourself based off of an ideal that could or could not be founded as true, you know? That's all I'm saying. Just think about
True.
it more carefully and maybe think about not being so apprehensive and then
Mm.
decide based off of the partner.
Yeah, I've never met anybody that I was like, I want their kids either. Not saying it's like their goal. Like I know that I'm not like a type A and I don't function well. So like trying to find somebody that can like manage that and kids. I don't know. Who knows? I'm 29. I'm not like I got a couple more years.
Yeah, you got a couple
Couple.
more years. Yeah. I don't think any of us go around looking at men going, "Oh, gee, I need to have his babies." Most of us don't do that, so that's not
Yeah.
abnormal.
Thank
Most of
you. That makes
I
me feel
I
better
sure
actually.
I sure never, wanted to go down that route. Anyways, that's another talk. That's another topic and another story.
That gives me
Anyways,
hope.
all right, so we're talking about relationships and, what got you into the red pill and why you've become red pill adjacent and okay, before I move on, do
Rolo would
you
kill you if he heard you say red pill adjacent.
Oh, well, I say adjacent is because you're not
I know
you do
I
other
say
stuff.
that. I
So,
say
huh?
that about myself. And then I heard him, he was like, you can't be red pill adjacent. I'm like, damn,
Yes, you
okay, we
can.
in this
Don't
shit.
no, don't you let him tell you what to do, and you can bring him my
No,
way if you have a problem with it. So, yeah,
he
no,
was
you're
taking
adjacent. I've heard you say it, and you do other things, so you're not full on red pill. Thank God for that. Um, thank God for that. If he's got a problem, he can come talk to me. Okay, I can deal
He
with
wasn't
that.
talking
I've known
about
a lot of
me.
guitar players. Trust me.
He just said it in a live stream. It wasn't about me.
Oh,
Because a
okay,
lot of
good.
people say that. Yeah, yeah,
I thought he
no.
was directing it at you.
Rolo? He knows I'd
Okay.
be fucking
All right.
yelling.
So, do you think being in this space has helped you with your own personal life and to find or retain a partner? Because I don't know about your dating
No,
dating life. No?
No, it's
No?
really fucked me up. Ladies, get
Really?
the fuck out. Yeah, yeah,
Holy
100%.
crap.
Yeah, but when you listen to how they talk about, in particular, how men will do everything for sex, like after a certain amount of time, it's like, well, if that's all you want women for, why the fuck would I want you? I know it's not true, but it's just certainly there, and it was never
It
like that before. I thought they liked us for something else other
I
than a punani.
when you say that, it makes me just think that they don't like us at all. And from some of the other guys that I've listened to that led me over to here to you, right?
Mhm.
Um, they don't sound like they like women at all, and we're just here as a, to be used
Yeah,
for something. Yeah.
yeah. I think that's just like if I had to give them like play devil's advocate, I think it's just like that's the first thing. And when you're like pumped with testosterone, there's nothing else you can think about. But I'm just going to delude myself on this one if it is true. Okay, everybody lie to me in chat.
Do I lie to you in chat? What does
Yeah,
that
like if
mean?
that's all you want us for, don't tell me that. Like, or else
I
I'll be
know,
like,
but when I listen to them and if I even just spy, and I sneak around, I'm just listening and nobody knows I'm there. I'm like, oh, what the hell is this crap?
yeah,
They don't
sometimes
like women at all.
they dehumanize without knowing that that's what they're doing. But you have to remember it's a space, and this is with any space. You're going to have people that are really far on the spectrum as far as obsessions, compulsion, psychosis, even that when it comes to some of the stuff you read, you have to remember that like some of these people could be like my family member who spews shit that has no meaning. Like it's just that it's in the thought, So it's like I try not to look at everything they say, no matter how logical it sounds, no matter
Okay.
how structured it is. I try not to think too hard about it. Like the most rational people I know that it's somewhere in the middle with anything.
Okay. So then
Mhm.
what do you think about when they're talking about us hitting the wall? What do you think about the wall in
I'm
general?
sorry, bitch. What? The wall? That's what
Yes,
I
when they
think.
talk about
I'm
the
like,
wall.
whatever makes you sleep at night, losers. No, it's the wall is there is sort of like a way to hype men up because they have a hard time getting it together in their early 20s. It's like, listen, the girls that rejected you, they're going to hit the wall and then that's when you're going to hit your stride. It was never about like really saying these women are hitting walls. It was more like a come on, keep it together. Don't fall into drugs. Work harder in your job. So when guys say that and they mean it, it just tells me that you're not fucking, which is fine. Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
So then,
like I care about the men who deal with women when I say they're not fucking. So whatever. Like I care about the men's opinion who deal with women and are actively like sexually active or like date women.
okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So you're more interested in helping men move ahead in the dating world and relationships then. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying? Okay. All
Mhm.
right, that's fair. That's fair. Would you do you think that the red pill is a positive or a negative with men and women then? Do you think it's going to be a positive or a negative? Because I have a feeling it's turning more into a negative than a positive.
For women, it's a negative space. You're the prize, bitch, and you need to raise your standards. Unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
You know what women do when they don't respect themselves. So I don't even have to
Yes.
explain it to you.
No, I
You
I do.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for men, it's the last place that they have that is gonna say, hey, your situation sucks and I get it, but what are you gonna do about it? You're not gonna see any other space other than this space that does it. Anything else is going to be some form of you're not a man unless you pull out the door and call me that. Like it's all whatever she wants you
Mhm.
to believe being a man is. So I think it's absolutely necessary, even though I bitch about it all the time. Like I'm the mother of the red pill.
Yeah.
Okay. If I find
Yeah.
out that you're talking a little too radical, you're getting a phone call from me. Everybody knows this. I'm like, I don't like that you said it that way. Tone it down, bitch. Like that's literally literally people in the space know if you got Tori calling, she's on your ass. Like,
that's the mothering side of you coming out, right?
yeah, you're all my children. Okay. So fuck
Well,
you.
the people want to say, why do women vote the way that they do? And oftentimes it's too liberal and or inclusive. It's because women, that's the mothering side of women that it's coming out. And so they want to make everybody inclusive. You understand? That's what that is the nurturing side. But it takes a woman to really understand how to hone that back and control that and understand where the fair versus the right and the wrong meet. And then they collide together. So look at you. You're sitting there guarding like a good woman. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. So I got
Ryan
a question.
Stone
So what do you
once
think
said,
about the red
Ryan
pill as
Stone
far
said,
as where it's going?
she's
Do you
ignoring
think
me. God damn it. It's my
what?
only good
I'm sorry.
compliment.
What?
Ryan Stone was literally like, if there's anybody that's going to take over or like gatekeep the red pill, it's Torshaa. And I was like, fuck yeah, it is. But
Yeah.
anyways, keep going.
Yeah, why not? So what about the message right now, where it's at, the things that I have heard that I'm kind of astounded about, things that like
Can you give me an example?
like they want to roll back women's rights.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they want to change how the divorce laws and stuff are functioning when some of that is very, very, I should say, the way that they're approaching it is all in a negative, and they're not exactly being honest in the presentation of which way divorce is presented to begin with. So where the direction of red pill is, do you think it should be represented in a different way, and which way should it go?
I'm sorry, Star. Are you admitting that women have to take accountability for men's actions? Yes.
Yes, I am. Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah.
They don't like to hear it. They don't like when I get there. But what was the question? It was like
the direction of where it's headed right now, which is very freaking radical, which is very second-class citizen, which is very iron fist kind of rule kind of thing. I'm asking, do you think it should continue headed in this way, or should it go into another direction, and which way should you see it go? So it still represents men, you understand?
Yeah, no, I get the question.
Because I love men. I don't want anybody to think that I don't.
Yeah. No. I was talking about like the courts and how.
Yeah. Well, I was just using that as an example because of the things that I've heard.
Yeah. See, it's tricky because the ones that preach red pill the right way, if you will, they're not going to be the biggest guys. They never were. The guys that provoke emotion and are entertaining and filling a void or whatever, they're going to be the ones that, I mean, you can blow up, but they're going to come for you. And I've been saying that forever. Like, you can do the whole, like, women should close their legs and you could do that, but just know, like, they're coming. And you can have people in your circle that call you and let you know, hey, I think you should cut that out at the end of the day if you don't listen. But the message is just like the true red pill, like, what are you going to do about it? Personal boundaries and that sort of thing. I stand with that. I don't know, like, where is it going to go? To Rumble, it seems like. To Rumble. I don't know. Yeah. I don't stand with like the really popular shit. That's why half of my channel is debating it, I guess. Like, I make fun of it.
Okay.
Was that a good answer? I don't know, Star.
Yeah, it was a pretty good answer. I was just kind of curious where you think what direction it should steer in, still maintaining some integrity for the men's space without everybody losing their mind. It seems to be where I would approach it from.
Well, see, if I were to say where I think it should go, that's just me saying the woman's way, the right way. It's not my place to say where it goes, but
no, but it is your place because you aren't 21 and you have a voice and you have a thought. And so if you have an idea of where something should head, you have every right to say that. So I want to encourage you to always have a standpoint.
I guess it's just, it takes a lot of work to say things in the most thoughtful, logical, healthy way possible, that for me to say, I think some people need to like take a seat and really like think about the way they want to say something, because words do matter. I don't give a fuck, but a lot of people do give a fuck. And so you got to take the extra time and learn how to craft your message in a way that doesn't get you kicked off YouTube. That's where I
Yeah,
want to see it go.
that's true.
I think it could be
YouTube.
better. But
Yeah, that's true. YouTube is an issue. I have a problem with, some of the Andrew Tate messages and whatnot, because you've got a lot of little boys. It's not the older men that I'm worried about so much. It's the little boys who don't have
yeah,
any objective reality to go and base anything off of. And then they listen to this stuff and they think, oh, this is just the way it is. And they're extremely disrespectful. And then they have a very warped view of reality. And that to me is what makes something dangerous.
oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I do get 13-year-olds that watch, so I try to be mindful of it. I am going to do a video though on how content morphs kids. Like it's going to be a good one. It's because they're so vulnerable at like 13 and stuff. And I don't think people really understand why, like moving into the new technology, more technology, like kids that don't play outside anymore, you have to be really mindful of what is going on the internet because they can't shut it off. You know?
I know. Mm-hmm.
So there's like layouts on how to do that. But if you try to talk about like, hey, you shouldn't say that, they just assume it's feminism. Like, no, it's not feminism, y'all. Like, get it together.
Yeah.
Like, it's kids. Like, you care so much about the family. Like, pay attention, because parents can't keep trying to block everything, because it's here. It's here. It's literally your day to day.
Yeah,
like,
it's here to stay.
Yeah, like parents can only do so much, and I'm not somebody that's going to be like, blame it on the parents. Fuck no. Can only do so much.
I know, because you've got, like Uncle Guns just said, female rappers talking about WAP and everything else, like what and then if you block your kid from watching it, somebody else's kid is watching it, and then they bring it to your kid.
Yep.
So
and it only takes one person, like, want to see this video? And literally that was me when I was 13. We were watching like Charlie the Unicorn. It was like what you did for fun. Charlie.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
God, the days for just Schoolhouse Rock and after school specials from CBS. Force them to watch everything that's old, and then they sit there all bored and stuff, probably. What a bummer.
Yeah, like, what do you do as a parent? Like, you can't control everything.
I don't know. It's hard to preserve innocence anymore. And that's the point. They don't want anything to be innocent.
I had a friend her parents were super strict, and she was the one that introduced me to chat rooms. She rebelled, and it was not good. Like, I would not be a parent that's like trying to block everything and being super strict. That doesn't fucking work either. Like, what do you do? It's so hard, and I can only imagine. I mean, I can imagine. That's why I'm like, God damn. But it's like, I hope that the public tries to, you want kids so bad, you want the birth rate so bad, well, do well. Okay, we got kids to take care of that aren't even ours. I don't.
I agree.
I'm so passionate about it.
I know. I would like to be able to say, turn off all the social medias and make people get away from the internet as much as possible. But the reality is, you're not going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with kids sitting in the house more and less after school things for them to do, and everything's getting more and more expensive. What the hell are parents supposed to do?
Right.
I have a great question going back to the wall. Let's reference the wall one more time. So the men that shame women and use the Bible, like say in the red pill, and would you say that is misrepresented, and the women in the wall, what would you say in reference to the guys who are abusing biblical standpoints and using the wall as a weapon, as I guess how I should say it?
Hold on 1 second. Let me let this dog out, because she's like, in and out.
Okay.
I hear you, Lokai. Okay. I get it, mamas. You're really annoying. Crazy. Okay, what about Bible preachers. What would I
Well,
say?
there for some I'll wait for you to get your headphones back on. Sorry, before I
Mhm.
started talking, I was like, "Oh, forgot she put her headphones off."
No, you're
Um,
good.
I know, right? I was like, I'm noticing the corresponding that they're pulling in God into the whole red pill space, and I thought it was more like a proxology.
It is. It's
It's
always been
supposed
a
to be, but it's
praxeology.
turning into a cult. But my question is, those guys who are using the biblical standpoint in conjunction with the red pill to try to confirm themselves and give
Mhm.
them more power and standing. What do you think about that?
Tradcons are undercover feminists. So
Okay.
usually when people usually like I see female streamers who are super religious, they wear the dress and they're like you should be a man of God and all that stuff. It's because she's trying to get an outcome. There's an outcome agenda there. So like for women that say it, it's because the church is in their favor. If I'm being honest with you, like the church is in like a conservative woman's favor. She can get rid of her entire past if she repents, if you will. So, but for like men that say it, I mean, all I can say is you're just adding your belief sets. Red pill is not anything like, it's not a philosophy, it's not a religion. Shit, it can be a cult sometimes. No, I'm just kidding. But
No,
like,
well, I mean, anything can turn into a cult real easy. Yeah.
yeah, but listen, I think religion is a good thing. I think it helps a lot of people find purpose, and if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But to shame women, I mean, what's wrong with it? Star, we don't like it. We don't like the shaming women part. You tell me. What do
I
you
don't
mean?
I don't have a problem with shaming women. I have a
Okay.
problem when it's unbalanced, because if it's the women
Mhm.
who are creating the sin, well, so are the men. Neither one are clean. They're both
Mm.
unclean.
Listen,
It's
the
a
Bible was created by men for men. It was not created for women. So
well,
it is. It is.
if you really wanna delve
He's
into
religious. She's gonna kill me.
no, I'm not gonna kill you. If you really wanna delve into that, there's some truth to that, but if you really wanna look at it in that vein, it's dealing with the proclivities of men. You're
Listen,
dealing
I think
you're dealing with the proclivities of men.
women are born with a more put together, I don't know the word for it, but they're like, to say whole sounds bad, but they're more regulated right when they come out. Boys are not. Boys require a lot more work. This is like a scientific fact. I'm not even kidding. They require more attention. And with that, to me, from just like birth, women kind of have it together. They just have to figure it out. And I don't think that makes sense. For boys, though, they need to learn from men. They need to have rules. They need to be commanded on what to do, like yelled at, like it's boot camp and whatever.
They
Like,
do.
yeah, so when I say like Bible is for men by men, it's because men need to be taught how to be men and women can't do it. And that translates in the church. Like you'll hear them say women cannot lead a church. What they should say is that men don't listen to women. We need men to lead it. But they forget that part. I'm like, "Hello, I keep telling you." But so when I say that the Bible is created for men by men and that men have to like figure it out or whatever, like that's what I'm talking about. I don't mean to say women can't be religious. Like they absolutely can. Like you can have a testimony, you could have an experience that shaped you, moved you, and used the church. I feel you, but when it comes to, I don't know, am I tangenting? Did I finish that thought?
No, 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 you finished it. Another way to approach it is that it's dealing with the psychology and men's nature, which is
Mhm.
oftentimes to appease themselves any way that they see fit and be unhinged about it. And so
Yeah.
that's where God starts coming in and saying, "Don't be doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G." The
Yeah.
10 Commandments. But then it expands, I should say, out much further than that.
You
And
know
I
what I
would say, go ahead.
Sorry. I was
Mhm.
gonna say, like, back on the red pill and the church thing, I've met men from all different walks of life, and there's something really special in my personal experience with religious men. Like, yeah, things
Okay.
might not sound the best all the time, and maybe it's a little like harsh. I mean, you won't really convince women if you speak that harshly, but I mean, it depends on your goal, but like I feel like in the red pill space, when they talk about religious men, they like to make them seem like they are moved by women, beta male, and I just don't believe that. So I don't know. That's like another thing. Like I think it's a good thing to be religious or have something bigger than you to follow. And I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
Sorry.
um, I'm hearing a lot of, well, I don't really want to drop too many names, but Thor, Rule Zero, all those types where I came from and then found you, they were starting to use the Bible to try to verify themselves. And some of the ways that they wanted to verify themselves
Mhm.
was say that whatever a woman was doing was out of pocket and was considered a sin, but it's A-okay for a man. Okay.
So
Which,
stupid.
which, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
very, very,
Okay.
very, I can do whatever I want, but you have to obey me kind of a
Do you
thing.
know,
I
do
could
you
commit
know
I
why
could
they
I
do
could
that?
commit adultery. Girl, they were
You,
saying adultery, that they could commit
yeah.
adultery and it was perfectly fine in the eyes of God.
You
But
know
if you look
why
at
they
if
say
you look
that
at
though, right?
Corinthians, it said neither adulterer, fornicator,
Mhm.
drunkard, none of those
It's
people, et cetera, will have any place with
because
him.
they're trying
There
to
will be
solve
none of that. Huh?
trying to solve the problem in the way that it makes most sense to their worldview. And so when they
Yeah.
view the whole thing, whatever gender relations, red pill, if you will, they see women as at the core, at the bottom. They think if women got their shit together and stopped opening their legs, this whole problem wouldn't exist. But I'm just here to say you haven't gone that deep if that's the way that you view it, because when you realize that men are at their own fault and it is their fault for a lot of the situations,
Yeah.
then you get better advice. Because right now, men think that they're not doing anything wrong when they hear something like women just need to close their legs. Women don't sleep around in the way that you imagine. Like, I'm sorry, it's not
No,
in the stats.
most do not. No, most do not.
It's not in the stats. We're very afraid, and I'm not projecting when I say that. That like women see men. Is this man safe? Yes or no? And you're telling me that she goes home with them every chance she gets. Like you're thinking with your boner. Okay, with love you. I'm just the sooner you realize that women always win. It still doesn't feel good when I say that, but when you realize women will always win, they could be a hoe and marry a guy at 29 and stick the landing.
Yeah.
Like you have to realize it, or else you're going to stay pissed the fuck off at women and everything. Like it's only bad for your mental health. Realize they always win. Now, what are you going to do about it? Get the fuck up, you know?
Well, it's not just the women keeping their legs closed, it's the guys keeping their peckers in their pants. It's a supply and demand problem. The women
Yeah.
are the supply, the demand is the men. If you're pissed off at about OnlyFans, well, who's the demand from? It's from the men.
Hmm. Hmm.
So you have to be accountable to themselves. I've heard them talk about how the church is feminized and they're pussy whipped and the whole 9 yards. But the truth is if I take a look at example like my old man, if
Hmm.
he starts hammering on responsibility to your God and just look at it from a moral standpoint, you can't just do whatever you want to do
Yeah.
because you're accountable to your God. The men get up and they leave the church because they don't want their sin to be
Yeah.
touched. They like what they've got. But I'm
Hmm.
not saying that doesn't account for women also. So I don't want anybody to think I'm being unfair on that. But that's
No,
the
I hear you.
truth.
Hmm.
Men are not going to church as much as women because if you start hounding on what it is that they really want, this
Hmm.
and it feels good and it
Hmm.
tastes good, it sounds good, it makes them feel good, but it ain't really so good for them. It's certainly not with their walk with their God. Then that responsibility, they don't like that responsibility and they get up and they leave the church. That's the
Yeah.
truth. And there
Yeah.
hasn't been any judgment or an accountability in the church for anything, AKA called proclivities and sin, in a
Hmm.
long, long time.
How do
And
you know
I,
this?
I,
How do
I
you know
even heard
this, Star?
about women not being allowed to preach and everything. And it's like, go pound sand, you know?
But how do you know this, Star? You should say how you know about the church.
Because I'm a preacher's daughter and I've seen it come and go time and time again.
Cheers to that. Cheers
Thank you.
to
If I
that.
had a drink, I'd drink it with you right now and give you a, like, there we go, but that's the truth. It comes down to personal responsibility to everybody. If you don't like a situation and you want to see the future of every single thing change in society, it starts with yourself. It doesn't start with the other person. It doesn't start with the woman down the street or in the bar. It starts with you. And then where you place your attention and where your attention goes is obviously going to be where the market is going to flow in the money. Yeah. So if you're not going to pay attention to OnlyFans, and if you're not going to pay attention to corn, let's be PC for YouTube's sake, because I don't want to get you demonetized or anything.
No, you're good.
Then you need to set the example and start it with yourself first. Period.
Yeah.
End of story.
Yeah. It's good advice. They won't take it from us, though.
No, they won't take it from us. But
yeah, we're just here for the titties.
Give me a minute. I'm just getting started,
Yeah, that you always give such good advice and such good insight.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, follow, subscribe, School of Thought.
THOT for fun.
Yeah, I love that.
We'll play on words.
It's so good. It's so good.
So going back to the red pill and how much I love it. I mean, it's just my favorite thing in the whole world. I'm not here to poke holes at it at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
No,
Do you think that because you mentioned it earlier when we touched on it, you said that it really screwed you up. I'm trying not to use a lot of F-bombs because I don't.
Sorry. I was like, well, I was fucked up before, but then you're like, I don't want to use F-bombs.
Well, I don't want to use too many F-bombs. I mean, I don't want it to drag, you know what I mean, for how YouTube gets. So I'm trying not to drop too many F-bombs and stuff like that. Yeah. So you said it really messed you up in the head. So touching back on that, do you think the content that you consumed, if you would consider it a rabbit hole and went down, do you think has it warped your perceptions on relationships and a mindset? And if it did, have you been able to get out of it?
No.
No?
I've always had very healthy relationships and never had the view I have of men now. And I guess like bartending, you kind of learn they're kind of different than you thought, but red pill just like solidifies it. But is it red pill's fault? No, it's like the people putting out content that isn't true, but claiming it's true. Okay. So it's just like, I just notice, it's not that it effed me up. I noticed that I have these generalized views of men, and what's worse is I have experience that can back that up. I know that it came first. And so you can like me, myself, I'm like, okay, that's your proof, but your proof came before you read this and it wasn't like that before. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now I'm trying to make it all fit and it shouldn't be that way. So I just have to be mindful.
Yes, I agree with you. Can you give me an example? I want to hear an example so everybody else knows.
That men only do things because they're trying to F you. But it's like everybody. You're talking about all men? The mailman that brought you something that he brought your package? It's like, hold on. Give me an example and I'll tell you what I think about it right in this moment.
Well, let's go cheesy. The pizza guy delivering. Hey, ladies, I got your pizza.
You probably watch too much porn. like when I think about him. But no, they don't. Do we even still have? I always have it left at the door because I don't even want to talk to them. I'm trying to think.
I know. Okay. The cable guy. Let's do the cable guy because I know that they will put out offers because I had one do it to me.
Really? Yes. I don't have strange men come in here.
Well, I mean,
I'll tell you this. When guys preach the standards they look for, I laugh. And I'm like, you can't even get laid. Not in like a ha 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 ha, but it's like you have all these standards, but I bet you throw some hot chick to you and suddenly you don't give a about the body count, for instance. It's like, it's almost like they virtue signal. You see it on the women's side too. So I'm sure they'll relate with that. Like virtue signaling makes me want to vomit. But that's how I think when I hear it.
I think if you're going to do the red pill, leave God out of it. Honestly.
Right.
Like
But
any of this type of social stuff, just leave God out of it. And then when you go into the God thing, stay to the God thing. Don't bring all the other crap into it also.
well, I understand that like when you follow one religion, that's your worldview. So it's like
Yes.
trying to, it's almost kind of cognitive dissonance if you try to operate in one versus the other. But again, I'm applying a belief set to it, even on the opposite side. So never mind. But I guess I understand it. People want to watch who they like. People want to see somebody have a parasocial relationship with them and relate to them. And if God's the way you do that, I think that's kind of a cool thing. I think it can do harm when you don't understand the really radical side, the side where that they have fixed false beliefs, and no matter what type of proof that you give them to say otherwise, if you were one-on-one with them, you would understand that the mind is very fragile, and that sometimes the things that you say when you're fucking normal doesn't translate the same on the other side. So it just, that's my only criticism. But again, a lot of people don't really have experience with severe mental illness. They don't know what it looks like when a guy wrote a manifesto and gets caught before he kills anybody. Nobody's been in that situation to see how cops handle them and how it doesn't make it to the news. But if you did, then maybe they would be more mindful about it, right?
Okay.
They don't,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think they should be more mindful of it for sure. What
Mhm.
about guys in the space who I will talk about it more than you so you don't get into trouble for it, okay? So
Right, right.
I'll take the pressure off of you. What about guys like Wilson who like to straddle the fence on both sides? They like to try to use
Who?
God. Wilson.
Who's
Andrew.
Wilson?
Andrew.
Oh, duh, bye. Okay.
I don't want to get you into trouble, so I'll take the
No,
rap
you're
on it.
good.
Okay. What about guys like in that vein of Andrew Wilson who like to
So,
straddle the fence and they try to use the strong arm of religion on people, but then
mhm.
when they're out and about and they want to make some money, they got no problem blending in with the crowd,
Mhm.
doing as the Romans do.
So there's a very big difference in, to me, when we say fence sitting
Yeah.
versus the opposite, holding a strong position. A
Okay.
fence sitter tries to be friendly and avoid conflict. So they'll change their opinion all the time. I don't see Andrew like that at all. I see him as the complete opposite. I think he's unapologetically on his side, and sometimes it's very what's the word? Hardcore. Like, feel like I don't even know what he said. Like, I think if I tried to pull something out of my head that he said, like, I know he asked me, he was like, what would you do with PDF files? And I didn't realize what he was asking me. I was
What is a
like,
PDF file? What is that?
say it slow, baby.
What is a PDF
When you
file?
figure it out, you're gonna be like, "What the? I hated myself for like a week when I realized it. It's it's like you'll figure it out, but
Okay.
I'm
Give me a hint.
confident.
Is this something you
It's
can
more
hint?
obvious than you think.
Okay.
Try not to view the word PDF in your brain because if you're
Okay.
anything
I
like
think
me,
I
and I
think of
feel
computer file stuff, you
okay.
know?
Don't think of that. So you're like me. Don't do that. Just if it had to be a code word for anything, say it really fast. Fast.
PDF? I don't I'm not getting it, girl, man. It's over
PDF
my head.
files. PDF files.
Oh, oh,
Right.
oh, oh. Yeesh.
My laugh.
Ding, 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 ding. Got it
Right, right,
now.
right. I
Okay.
know. I've literally hated myself when I
That's why
figured
I'm
it
not
out.
saying anything. I'm letting you answer so nothing triggers, you know what I'm saying? So,
No, you're good. But he said something, and I forget what my response was verbatim, but I was just like something radical, like chop off whatever and like feed him. Not, I said something about capital punishment, like just kill him. So, like when he gets into a mode where he promotes anything that falls into there, like because I can't think of
okay.
something they said. If I'm trying to pick up what you're throwing down, then
Yeah,
like
kind of.
that's not fence sitting. To me, that's standing up for your side that you believe in. Is it the right way to do things? Well, I don't know. I'm not.
I don't have any problem taking that part on. What I'm
But what
talking
happens?
Go ahead.
But what happens with like delusional people is they
Mhm.
will take what he's saying literally. But when he explains stuff, he honestly is like, have like, hold yourself accountable, like, be a good person, do the right thing. So to me, I don't really see him being radical. It's the people that say like all women are hoes and you should just prepare to be by yourself. And then they do streams where they just try to pinpoint a woman's tattoo and this is why she's a hoe, like picking out weird shit. It's that
Mhm.
shit that's like, that could, in the hands of somebody psychotic, that could be very wrong. Like they could
Yeah.
harm people over it. But
Are you
I
are
don't
you
know.
are you ready for my diatribe on that? I'll
Yeah.
be more specific. So, I had a pack of, some of his associates and buddies come
Hmm.
after me, not too long ago, about, 2 weeks ago or so, right? And they
Hmm.
wanted to throw at me, first of all, number 1, they wanna say the councils. "What do you think about the councils? You answer to the councils," and, when you go talk and when you look at Matthew, he said, "Beware of the councils, don't have anything to do with them because they will just basically ostracize you and stone you
Uh-huh.
to death like Stephen." Okay? And so that's what they were trying to do, and they were trying to tell me that women can't preach or do any of that stuff, but you know what? If you look at the woman, I know you don't know anything about this, but for some of you
Hmm.
out there who do,
I
the
might.
woman at the well, when Christ went up to her and said, "This is what you've done, and all 4 husbands, and the one you're with now, you aren't married to," and she just looked at him, and she's the Samaritan. Now, Samaritan means a dog. You're a half Jew, and you're not
Hmm.
accounted for in society. They don't even talk to you. They won't have anything to do with you. And
Hmm.
so she went off from that moment. She said to everybody, "Come and see a man who's told me all things I have ever done and ever said." That was the first example of an evangelist, and
Mm.
they were trying to tell me, yes, that women can't preach and women can't do this and women can't do that. But those are the guys who are the new Pharisees, see? And they're all
Hmm.
about the tithe bucket. And those are the same guys that Christ went out and said, "You're making merchandise out of the house of God." And he went to whipping on them and flipping over their tables. And he hates them.
Preach it.
Okay? He hates
Preach
them.
it.
So if anybody wants to clip me and throw that at Andrew Wilson, Glenn Lawrence, Thor, and all the rest of them, I say, bring it on. I am here.
Wait, did they say something about you though?
Yes,
What did they say?
that.
No way.
Yes. Glenn wanted to know all about my back history because he knew who A.A. Allen was, and he loved it. But in the end, he had no respect. And then he wanted to know about their view of women in that time frame in the 1950s, okay? But the women at that time were
Doing drugs
serving with
at
the
home.
men in their ministry. So my grandmother served in the ministry with her husband. But
Mhm.
Glenn and all the rest of them, if you want to get to it, he ain't got no anointing. He's just another cat who went to seminary to get a certificate and a paperwork. Okay.
Mhm.
And he wasn't called for nothing. He's just looking for an easy ride and an ego stroker. And that's what it's all about. All of them.
Yeah. Really?
Yes, ma'am. That's exactly what it's about. It's about the money. And stroke my ego. Listen to me. Ain't
Mhm.
I pretty? That's what it's about. So
Mm.
that's one of the places that I have the biggest issue with is them saying, and which corresponds with where the red pill has been leading to, which women have no place but in the home. Take them out of the workforce, and it'll make the workforce flow better. And oh,
Uh-huh.
please, oh, please, that won't change a damn thing. You'd have to close your borders first. Seriously.
Yeah.
It's like one problem leads to another problem, and fixing the one problem is just one part in the boat with the leak. And there's more leaks that you got to plug up. It just makes no damn sense. They're just,
Yeah.
talking to talk
Yeah.
to hear themselves talk. I swear to God. I don't know how you stand it.
Yeah. I'm thinking like Glenn just popped up in my chat the other day. He's like, "You're
Mhm.
avoiding me, Glenn." And like, no, you have said no. Um, but I'm surprised you said that about Andrew. I'm surprised.
Well,
They
because
really,
they're all coming together, girl. They're all coming together, and they're all making money, and they're all making merchandise out of the house of
but
God.
you know what? But here,
I'll
my
watch them some more. I'll come back with a
you should
better
watch it. Watch his wife. Watch
summary.
Rachel.
But go ahead.
Um,
I'm sorry.
like my thing is, I want you from both
Okay.
radical ends, and I
Okay.
want the smartest people to preach it. Like if that's your side, be smart about it. It's when you have people that are like psychotic leading it that don't know right from wrong that I find it could be harmful. But when you have people from both ends of the spectrum, that's the best way that society can be run because it always checks the people in power
Yes.
always. So
Yeah. Check
like
the ways and the balances. Yeah.
yeah, like although I think y'all might be nuts sometime, I also think the other side can be equally crazy. You
Oh,
know,
sure. Yeah.
it's like when you have both sides, it will forever be checked just by itself. Like it's symbiotic, if you will. But like, yeah, hold on, Lokai.
No, no, I got it.
This dog. I know, baby.
If anybody wants to remember that Torshaa is always taking donations to help her dogs and her endeavors in her podcasting, always remember that you can visit her dono links by her marvelous mods, myself one of them. I hope everybody's enjoying everything that we're doing tonight, and we have a couple more questions, and then we will sum it up.
Sorry. They were crying.
It's fine.
Ugh. I would have just left the door open outside, but there's these like earwig bugs. I don't like them. They keep coming in. So, sorry.
I got all kinds of bugs, pond bugs, and they're humongous, so I understand what you're talking about.
The South, baby. It's not fun.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
So, going back to
Glenn. She knows I'm insane.
No, we can go. You want to go to Glenn? I can go to Glenn all night long. You want to do it? I'll do it.
Go ahead. I feel
Me?
like I'm
You want me to be the
Tell me.
instigator?
I feel like you want to let it out. Let it out. I feel like I'm missing stuff. I want the deets.
I think some of it I should tell you behind the scenes, but some of it I don't have a problem. Well, you know, his standings with Mr. Tomasi has evaporated, right? So he's been branching out, monkey branching everywhere he possibly can. Which I can
branching.
Whoop, whoop,
She uses
yeah,
these terms.
So I mean, you know.
Glenn is live right now. Woody, go get him. I'm just kidding.
Woody Cokes, sick him.
You want me to moderate this fight right now? Because I will.
Oh hell no, girl. We're doing you. I'm not ready for all that. You want me to do that right now?
He's gonna want to, 100%.
Yeah. I'll have to bring his wife up, and then it'll really get ugly.
Hold on.
Where are you going? She's leaving again. She's leaving me here. Yes, Tyrone. That's why you see him everywhere. He's monkey branch and looking anywhere he can go that will strike. And he thinks Wilson's the next ticket. So buyer beware. There goes my internet doing the nice little circle thing. Storms, gotta love him. Talking about, what's he saying? They all have been with the same man, and now you're talking about organizing his downfall. I don't know who you're talking about just in time.
You want a croissant? Sorry.
That's okay.
I was gonna say, Glenn's talks some mad shit behind my back, and it's always gotten back to me. So if you want him, come up. Yeah, you want a croissant? You want some?
No, thank you. I appreciate it though.
Yeah.
Is it like a chocolate filled one? Yeah, those are good. Did you heat it up just a little bit, make it yummy?
No, and it's so good when you do that.
You want to go heat it up for like 20 seconds? Go. I'll wait.
No.
You sure? Okay. All right. All right, let's go back to relationships and how this red pill has just doomed everything.
But that's me. That's my problem. I don't think it's red pill.
Oh no, honey. It's affecting everybody. You have no idea. I said that to Glenn. I said to Glenn on that live panel, I said, everything that you're doing, you're putting yourself in the place of a teacher and a preacher. I said, you're causing division in lives, marriages, relationships, and people's walks with their God. I said, you're going to be held to a higher judgment and accountability. And you haven't even been called, my friend. He got very upset, but very quiet when I said that. And then he had his panel. Yeah. Then he had his panel of fat pigs attack me for my boobs, to which I said, really? Your titties are as big as mine, honey. Back off that McDonald's. Diet, try it. Let's go. Yeah.
I mean, can you blame them? Your tits are fantastic.
I mean, thank you. Sorry, Lord. Thank you. But I mean, it was the only thing they had to go from, so it's just, like, give me something better than my boobs, bro. Seriously.
That's all they do. That's
I
all
know.
they're good
It's
for.
pathetic. It's sad. So now that you've been infected, can I say infected by the red pill? Just a little bit. I don't mean it like a bad thing at you. I just mean, like it plagues the back of your head, because it plagues me when I'm dealing with people, especially now on YouTube.
It really
what would you say? How would you say it has affected any of your relationships moving forward, or could you say you could see that you did something wrong in a relationship, like how it might have affected?
I mean, I feel like my own issues are the biggest, like lack of commitment. Like, I don't want to commit to anybody. That's probably my biggest issue. Red pill just makes me think men are lying when they say anything nice to me. But like, that's a me problem that I'm very conscious of. So I don't know. I think when you take red pill at its face value, like praxeology, it's not bad. It really isn't. It's just that we are so quick to put moral reasonings behind something. You can't help but do it. You can't just look at a lug nut and say where it should go. We all want to say berate the lug nut. It's like, when you look at it from that standpoint, it's insane what we do with how we talk about red pill. It's like, it was never supposed to be this, let me virtue signal harder, let me try to, I don't know. I don't want to bash the red pill. I love the red pill. Oh my God, my dogs are so annoying. I'm sorry.
Are they hungry?
I don't know. What do you want? They have like different yells for different things. And this one is like the panicked. Why?
Do they want your attention?
Yeah, they just want me to pet their head. Low. Do you mind if I go handle them and come back?
No, go right ahead. Go right ahead. Go ahead.
If I cancel or leave the stream, will you have somebody else that can come up? It might be like 25
You're
minutes.
You're going to leave me?
I know. That's what I was like. They're fucking.
Can you just go and just come back but stay?
Yeah, like I'll be empty for like 20 minutes. Is that okay?
20 minutes?
What am I doing for 20 minutes? They're like, me. And I get distracted. Hey!
Can you just throw them outside and come back? Put them out in the backyard?
And then they were yelling at the door.
Well, at least you can't hear them as much. Put them outside for a second.
You didn't hear it?
For a second. Just for a second. Come back.
They're out there.
They're outside already?
They're outside of my room. There's like 2 doors, but...
Oh.
Rue's coming in. Are you good?
Oh.
I can't leave the door open, though.
Okay. Hopefully she comes back quickly. Let's see. Is there any interesting comments or questions that have arisen? How about I ask the chat for now? How are you liking the content so far? I think she's doing a great interview, personally. Tyrone Church says, I'm getting fat. What does that mean? What are you eating, sir? First and Last says, the problem with red PE. Daniel says, I am loving it. Doug says, damn, Star is hot. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, Doug. A lady never gets tired of hearing it. Like, I just made mashed potatoes and steak. Oh my God. Mashed potatoes and steak. You're talking my language. Any gravy on those potatoes?
I prepared them both a little snack with peanut butter. Maybe that'll keep them
Oh,
preoccupied
nice.
for a
That'll do it.
moment.
That'll do
Yeah.
it. That'll do
Sorry.
it. No, it's fine. If it's not too personal, because I will even be talking about this, by the way. If it's not
No.
too personal, is asking you what you might have done wrong in some of your relationships that you regret the most.
I was too selfish.
Too selfish? Yeah, that happens, huh?
Yeah, but like they just do stuff for you and you don't even think about it. You think your presence is all that matters. I mean, I was young. I
I
don't
am the
know.
gift, bitches. That's right.
I mean, the thing is, like, y'all come
it
to
happens.
me.
I've had
I mean,
dudes do that. I've had dudes do that to me, okay? So I know what you're talking about.
really?
Yes.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yes, it's horrible.
It wasn't until my family member got sick that I actually developed compassion and empathy in ways that I could never think
you
to
up.
do it. Mhm.
Yeah, it opens you up. Well, that's what life does to you. You get any miles on you, girl. Life will do that to you. You start seeing things in a whole different way.
Yeah, it happened at like 21, and now I'm just like, I'm compassionate and I'm mindful, but like, damn, it's a lot. I don't know.
And let's see. And so, as a female content creator, how hard has it been for you in this space from beginning to now? Has it been difficult for you? And what has the journey been in between?
I mean, yeah, you can't win.
No.
That's what you mean. But
No, if you're a
women
woman,
have
you
it a
can't win at all.
lot harder. Not to say like, woe is women, but women might have this idea that they could do really well here, that guys want to spend money on you. It's not true. It's you want to make money, go talk to women who will pay to figure out how to solve their problem. Look at plastic surgery. Women will get their tits done to compete. Men are not doing that. You want to make money, go talk to women. You want a healthy space. Women are a lot like, hey, I tried this, like very collaborative, like girls, you know, you talk to men or a male dominated space. This is like your worst, not your worst nightmare, but think of the worst possible position where you have the most sexist boss and it's just they're all out to get you. It's kind of like that. I have fun with it though, because I've been talking to men behind the bar and I've seen their struggle with it, so I can empathize. But like, if you're just watching it, dude, I would probably, I don't want to be too dramatic, but I would get off YouTube probably forever and never come back. I mean, it's a pretty, people think that women do really well in this space. We don't. You either are parroting somebody, or as soon as you have a thought of your own, you're a feminist. You're either ugly, not ugly, too much work, too much makeup, ran through, like the worst possible thing. But you know what's funny? Too old. You're too old when you look older than a fetus. It's like it means nothing. It means nothing.
I agree.
But the people that stand out in my brain are like the people that have been married for 29 years and leave comments. It's like shit like that I would never get unless I was talking nicely about marriage at the bar and people are like, I was married for 29, you know, like it's like those moments where you almost don't even want to comment that. Like those are the things I remember. Please do more of it. Like it's stuff like that I'm like, damn, like even in the most hardcore shit, if you want to call it that, it's like there's men listening who are married and want to work on their marriages. They want to know the female, like the things that piss us off, even though they'll never understand it and I'll never understand it, but it like might make sense for something. And it's like the men that get it are like so dope and so cool. I hate that word dope, but it makes it a lot better. It makes it worth it. So it's like, I don't know, I don't know.
No,
it's not the worst thing.
I agree with
Yeah.
you. I don't think there's as much money with some of them as they try to make it out to be. Um, I've noticed that there's obviously more dramatization and negative on relationships and less positives and certainly less stories of success. And people don't want to hear about how to make a good relationship and make a good
Yeah.
relationship work. They just want to talk about it not being their fault for some stupid reason, which doesn't solve anything. Which
Mhm.
I'm hoping to address, because by God, there's nothing worse than a bunch of 30-year-olds running around in diapers who are not taking accountability, and that's for men and for women, honey. I'm tired of it. Grow up.
Yeah,
Grow
on
up.
the extreme ends, it sucks. So, like with women and men, literally. I mean, you want me to heal the negative stuff you've seen? I could do a
Yeah.
little preaching
Yeah, do
session.
it. Let me hear it.
Okay. You're the prize. Don't let any man tell you that you're not the prize, because last time I checked, they're coming to you. It is not the reverse. I could do a whole
True.
like I could be a female, start my own red pill. Oh god. But
Why
let's
not?
see. No. Let's see.
I'm
Uh
serious. Sky's the limits.
you know how they say that old men like younger women? Well,
Yes.
technically, there's no reason that that should be a thing. However, when it comes to women and their sex drive with their hormones doesn't start peaking until their late 20s, early 30s. So if
Mhm.
anybody should be going for a younger person, it's women. Men are at their peak sex drive at 18, 19, 20. But it's not the reverse. There's literally no reason the other way. Should I keep going?
Yeah, you can keep going, and then I'll add on to that younger man thing, because I've had one or two.
I don't I don't know. Men are good for nothing. Like this is what I hear them say in the reverse. Men are good for nothing. Name one benefit that a woman gets in a marriage that she can't get in a relationship. Oh wait,
Mm.
not one. Not one. Oh, he protects you when you have a burglar. How often does that happen? What are you doing for him every day? I'm sorry. All the times you asked him to help out with something, and what did you get? You giving him sex later when you didn't want to do it. Um, should I keep going?
You can if you want to. And you're giving me ideas. We should talk about this behind the scenes, by the way.
Anytime I talk about this shit,
My
women are
little
like, "This
my
is
little horns are
healing."
popping out.
The thing is, you get way too caught. People in general, women that come in this space, they get way too caught up with it, literally. But
Yes.
listen, if guys get together and they're talking about women nonstop and blah blah blah, who's really the prize? They hate that they want us so badly. It's not the same in reverse, and they keep saying women have really, really high standards. And you and I both know that
We
women
don't.
need to raise them.
They need to raise
Women
the
are
standards. It's
fucking
low,
dudes.
real
Yeah,
low.
women, you want women to stop fucking dudes? Tell her to start raising her standards. They don't believe me when I say that, though. I'm like, women are fucking dudes that they otherwise wouldn't fuck if they figured it all out, like worked on themselves and stuff. That's the only reason that happens, other than
Well,
they're maybe horny.
that started girl in the 90s, though, when they
Oh,
started
yeah, it's been
pre-pro.
around forever.
Yeah, but
Way before that.
they really started to hammer on it in the 90s by
Yeah.
programming little girls to be set up as little receptacles. I don't want to say it any other way than that. And so that has set the stage to more promiscuous female behavior to mimic
Mhm.
that of men.
Yeah.
And so then when you have women acting like men, it's creating a catastrophe, and you
Yeah.
got both heads are hitting in the middle. And
Well,
so the men don't know how to navigate that women are playing some of the same game. And I don't blame them for being, I don't blame them for being a little bit upset, because back in the day they were all about lying to your face so they could just get into your, oh yeah, baby, I love you, and it's all this and it's all that, so they could get into your, just basic 101 womanizing.
yeah, manipulation
Yeah.
and actually being dominant are two very different things. A player is a
Yes.
player because he was able to not lie to you and
Mhm.
like convince you to sleep with him, even though he has nothing to offer. There's like,
Yeah.
you can be honest, you can get laid and do it. Every guy that fucks a lot of women knows this to be true. If you are honest and upfront, shockingly, it actually works in your favor. The manipulation shit comes from scarcity. You're afraid that you do not have the abundance of women, so let me lie and convince her to fuck me. It's just fact. But I was going to say something else with that.
Yes.
Something. It'll come to me. I forgot. I forgot. What did you say right before that? You said something that was like
women are doing the same.
Oh, in the 90s.
Got it. Yes.
Something in the 90s.
They really started
Oh,
setting the
yeah.
stage for it.
So women are acting like men, and
Yes.
men are complaining that women need to obey to men. Tell me they need women to be more submissive. Do you want women, your woman, to be submissive to every male? Of course not. That's fucking insane.
No.
But when you say shit like that, women are so masculine. All you're telling me is you're telling on yourself is what you're doing. You are literally saying women do not respect me when you say a woman is too masculine. That, am I wrong? A man that is like, women are so masculine now, they won't be submissive. It's like, dude, they won't be submissive to you because you're a bitch. Okay. I hate to say it that way, but someone's got to tell you. But no, you have men that are like, yeah, women are so masculine. It's like, dude, everybody knows you get a hot ass, boss ass CEO babe who's like, she's a little controlling on the first date, and he immediately shuts it down without having to be a dick about it. He's like, no, you're good. And she's like, hot damn. But like, if a woman is not listening to you, if a woman is masculine, you're a bitch. That's all.
Well, men are a little bit more less masculine these days.
I kind of like it, if I'm being honest.
Oh, you like?
Yeah, I want a house husband.
But I'm kind of a tough nut to crack, and I'm a little bit of a leader, so that energy kind of has to match mine, or I'm going to railroad you. Not on purpose, not because I'm super masculine, but just because I have an internal thing about me where I have a get up and go, and if you don't match that, you're just going to get left behind. So, I don't know.
I feel like I see you with a guy that gets it, and he's more laid back, actually. I think that a super go person does really well with somebody laid back. Like if somebody's intimidated, which I know they hate that word, but somebody who's like jealous, and there's men that get jealous of women and their success.
They do. I've been with a few.
It's bad. It doesn't work because at the end of the day, you're doing it for yourself and it brings you happiness. You're not doing it to compete, but the reverse is not true. Men are very competitive. And so they might be like, I'm not competing with her. You are, dude. You're huffing and puffing. Okay. The men that do the best with strong women like that are super easygoing. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. And people are like, oh, that's a beta. I'm like, if that's what helps you sleep at night, I think it works. I can't be with somebody who's literally Tigger times 2. What are you no, it would be insane. Our kids would be off the walls. People would think we're giving our children cocaine. Like, what do you mean?
I know.
You need a balance.
You're actually very, very right in that last statement. Let's read what Uncle Gunn says. He says, all night you both have said men, when every single time you meant males. This is why women are pissed and fail. Males versus men, we are not the same. I agree with you, Uncle Guns. I will fix my terminology, and when referring to weak betas, I know weak betas. I will say
called females in every sentence.
Catching on my tooth. It's a real thing right now. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm struggling to talk. I gotta get that tooth fixed, okay? And it's throbbing, but I'm a strong bitch, so here we go. I'm here. All right, let's start honing this in, sister.
Okay.
Okay. 5. My last question, and it's a doozy. Not really a doozy. Honestly, it's about the same. Things in the manosphere pill communities that you figured out to not be true, and other things that were a hard truth to deal with. What is your biggest fear? Wait, that's a separate question. What do you think is true versus not true with the manosphere red pill rhetoric? What have you discovered to be true versus not true?
It's a good question.
Thank you.
That women hit the wall. We never hit the wall. Not until like way down the line.
Well, if we
Maybe
hit
that.
the wall, what the hell are they hitting? I mean, have any of them looked in the mirror lately? I mean, it's not pretty.
I'm trying to help them.
I know that. I'm going to be talking about health and stuff too. I'm going to
Which
help them too. I love helping people. I don't want to see people suffer and, any of that stuff. But
I want these men to be using stick-on beards, baby. I'm coming. I'm gonna start the market. Yes. I'm gonna get them lined up with a patchy beard. No, we're gonna do extensions on your beard. They're coming
okay.
out. They're on Amazon actually. But
Are they
what did
really?
I?
Wait, this is a real thing?
Yes, for cancer patients, eyebrows and
Oh,
beards.
that's
It's
right.
amazing. Yeah, like the companies are really genuine, small companies that like just want to help people with cancer. But what do you do with the
That's a good
boys
idea.
that don't have cancer but lose their hair? It's want to take control of it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question. And women, it's hitting women now these days too. A lot of women are losing their hair.
But we can get shit microbladed. It's
That's
like
true.
Like men could, they just, I don't know how good it would look. What if you don't want the beard anymore? What if, I don't know. What if you want to shave it? Now you got like micro, whatever. I don't know. What is true? The wall thing, like, oh, the epiphany. Yeah, me and Rolo had talked about this
Okay.
as well. The
hear it.
epiphany comes way later, in my opinion. I think it's going to change for each generation, but women are not thinking about this stuff. Maybe it's just this generation, which we are the ones, the Morgan Stanley stats, like most likely to be unmarried. But I think with the advent of really good Botox, it's more normalized. People are doing a lot more work. It's real and taking care of themselves. It's really prolonging that kid thing. Read the kind of content though did kind of wake some women up to this timeline, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it exists in the way that the virgins, the mean virgins, okay, the incels that don't like women in general, I think that they're going to be really disappointed. Aside from that, this whole time I was in this space thinking that like some men just really hate women, and they're actually, and I don't mean this to be funny, but a lot of men I have talked to that used to be angry commenters actually came out of the closet. There are men
Really?
that fall into this content, that leave nasty shit that actually, it's not that they hate women, it's that women are their competition with the men that are straight.
No,
like,
that
and
is
it
correct.
sounds bizarre, but like, I'm not even trying to be funny when I say it. I'm not trying to be like super LGBTQ friendly, but I did work in places with it, which is why I bring it up. Be yourself, okay? Fuck what other people think. I don't know. So that was a truth.
No, you're absolutely correct. Those guys are in competition with women, and they want to take out the women as quick and easy as possible. Because they think they are going to get their dream of converting a non to their side.
You can tell that they can't even exercise. Well, maybe they do, but they cannot even think about what it's like to get that guy. I mean, they're homophobic, probably grew up in a very homophobic environment that they have not even really thought about themselves being with a guy. It's that deep. Like, they hate women, but they don't know why they hate women. I'm saying it's because women are their competition. I guess that's what it looks like.
I think that's an underlying issue. Being in the industry and watching things change back and forwards, and how anorexia has become more than normal when it wasn't. Who do you think was pushing that stuff in the industry? Oh yeah. No. Oh yeah. I met Brittany Murphy one time after one of her.
No way, I love her.
Oh yeah, I've met a lot of them, and I was talking to her, and she was just standing there, and I was like, you're very pretty and you're very talented.
Gorgeous.
She's just looking at me, and I thought she was going to start crying. I'm like, you're very pretty and you're very talented. I said, don't listen to what these people are telling you. And she all but busted out into tears. I swear to God, she all but busted out of tears. And then she, did a little autograph for me. And then, she said, thank you so much. You're so kind. And I appreciate your words. you know, it was a good time to hear that," she said to me. And then she died, like, I don't know, I think it was,
Mold.
I know, like 3
Crazy.
2 years, 3 years later,
She
she
was
died pretty.
33.
Yeah, she was really young. Mhm.
And when you said the mold thing, I immediately think of Brittany Murphy. I don't think she was necessary. I don't know if it was on the autopsy. I think it had to do with her heart and like anemia, but
Drug
everybody
multiple
knew
drugs
that.
in the system, yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people knew, or it wasn't until later somebody else died in the same house that they thought maybe it was like a mold thing. I don't know. I have to look
Mhm.
more into it. But she's so nice. I always thought that she seemed like a really genuine person.
She was, but she's a perfect example of somebody that they took a really cute girl and then just made her emaciated. And that
Yeah.
ties into what it is that you just said a minute ago.
What do you mean?
The
They're taking a
guys in
cute
the end,
girl like me and ruining her? You think I'm
yeah, they
getting
take
ran
the
through by
girl,
the
and
red
because
pill?
there's competition, they make these unrealistic standards and they ruin these girls who are cute because
Yeah.
they want all the boys for themselves, you know?
Oh, I
They
wasn't thinking of creators. I was thinking
Oh,
like, but you're not wrong. I'd have to think about that one. I'd have to
go
think
ahead.
about that
I
one.
want you to think about it and then you get back with me.
Yeah, because I can't think of a creator that I'm like definitely gay. I have to think about that. I'll let you
Well,
know. But
I'm
like,
just using that as an example
right,
inside
right,
of
right, right,
the
right.
entertainment industry because those are the same guys who are telling those girls, "You need to lose 20 more pounds." You need
Yeah,
when they're already 110 pounds and they
yeah,
want them under 100 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Those are the same
100%.
guys, the same
Yeah,
type of it, but it's just a different manipulation tactic to screw with their heads and ruin lives.
yeah. It
So
it
that's
can.
what I meant. Yeah.
So if you're a bitch that fell into, come over here. You
I
know?
know, right? Come over
Yeah.
to YouTube and start your own thing. uh,
School of thought, baby.
I guess school of thought. Now, I have my own fears, which I will address after yours. Do you have any fears, or what is your biggest fear for your career on YouTube?
My career?
Yeah, because you basically
Mm,
it's like having a career. So, like, where do you see
it
it
is a
going,
career.
or do you have any
Mm,
large fears about it?
mm, no, not really. I've
No,
never.
okay, that's good. I do. Mine is
Really?
God, yes. Yeah.
What?
I'm not 22, like I'm not 22 and I'm coming back after,
Oh, please.
but I'm just
Then
saying,
no. No.
it's better when you're 22. But
Oh,
coming back from a long time and not doing anything like this and then, worried
but
that
you
my efforts will be fruitless, I should say.
but the difference between you and me, and I like, oh, that breaks my heart that you say that, is that you provide value. Like, I don't think people understand, like, any age of woman, relationship status, whatever, like the older you are, you have so much more value to provide because a lot of the content is like women need to settle down, blah, 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 blah. Most women are not settling down when they're at their peak. So they're probably not going to be in this space at their peak. You know, I want to hear from the women that did the shit and it didn't work out. Like, that's who I want to hear from. I want to hear from the women uh behind the other side of child custody who either doesn't let her husband see the kid or does the husband even try? Like, what's the truth on that end? Like, there's so much women can do, and not the only thing you need, but your most value is your age. It's such a privilege to age. I don't think that you need to be so young. It's like, what are you going to do? The young girls are not provide. Go home, go cook, and figure out you hate it, and then come back. You
My
know,
God, that should be the new statement for you and me. We
hell yeah.
provide, it's a privilege to age and have some knowledge.
Absolutely. It's such a it's such a privilege to age. Anytime I get worried that like I'm running out of time, and it happens like every 10 years, I feel like people go through this, even halfway through, whatever. It is a privilege to age if you keep focusing on what you've passed already. It does nothing for you. It turns into like a disease. I hate nostalgia. Like, there's no use to
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, when I was 22, I thought I was gonna be hitting it, getting it in the movies, being a video
Right?
girl, hit it into the
Mhm.
movies 'cause I'm a hell of a writer, and then, hit the stage
Dancer.
and sing my ass off and dance, but we'll see. Stay tuned. I might
You
this
can
old dog
you can
still has
create
some
that.
tricks.
You can create that. You
Yeah,
know, you
that's what
can
I'm
create
thinking.
a lot of stuff for yourself when you start to do something on the internet. Opens up a lot of doors that you probably can't even fathom exist right now. You know how many producers, new producers, are looking for actors and stuff now? Like, they're like, hey, jump in a movie, and boom, next thing you know, you're on a TV series.
I know. What could happen to you too?
Yeah, could.
Yeah,
It could.
you just need an agent. You need some new headshots and an agent. And agents, remember, they're free until they get you a gig.
You got to put out, though, and I can't do
I
that.
mean, yeah, sometimes, but if you work it right, if you work it
Right.
right, you can still maintain your integrity.
I mean, why
You
can't
just
you
won't get all the
create
headline stuff, you know?
it? But it's like create your own Hollywood, create your own movies. Why do you need an agent to bring you in that dark side? Make it yourself. There's going to be a huge thing that enters that we can't even fathom about. Like Hollywood's out. I think they're going to start doing stuff on YouTube, castings.
Oh, no,
Just
I
saying.
believe it. I believe it.
Yeah.
But they still want you to go through. There's a lot of legal issues still with it, right? So
Yeah.
agents help deal with, the legal
They're
tender behind
pimps.
some of it. Yeah,
Pimps. They
a
just
little bit.
know some people that if you're nice to them or you fuck them, they'll get you in with that guy. I don't know. I'm jaded from the nightlife. I could never think about working and having an agent. Like, I don't know, a female
Well,
one. No, it'd have
yeah,
to be a
maybe.
male. You think
No,
so?
I think
So
there's still
now
some
she's
female ones.
fucking somebody to get me a job? I'm just kidding.
No, no, she just wants to get paid at that point. I mean,
Yeah,
you can
right.
always turn stuff down, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Of
In
course.
Hollywood, you always say yes when you really say no. You can always say no later. Say yes to everything. Say no later.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear that, ladies?
Mhm.
It's
Say
like,
yes now,
of
say no
course you
later.
agree to it, and then you flake.
Uh-huh. That's exactly right.
I see.
What
This
is
is
Hollywood known for? Flakes. Yeah.
that is value. That is
Yeah.
like sprinkle, sprinkle, lady. You know what I mean?
Who's Sprinkle Sprinkle? You have to show me. I don't know.
She is literally like how to swindle a man for money, like sugar daddy. She's like
Oh.
your how-to sugar daddy.
Oh.
But she's
Oh.
funny. That's what makes her likable is she has no chill. She's like
Oh.
monotone and just like, I don't know, just telling me smells. Like people ask advice like
Just
what to
tell me
do if my
no. That's
sugar
funny.
daddy does this.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah.
Self-made has a comment. I'm not quite sure. I don't quite get it just yet. He says, quote, if Tyrone and Chad are our Jesus, women are your God. Huh?
Do you why can't I see the comments you read? Are these on your side?
Yeah. Yeah, it was on
Oh,
my
you can
side.
put it on the screen or can I only do
I
it? I
can't
don't
put
have
anything on
them.
the screen. It doesn't let
Where
me.
are they? Sorry,
Well, this
Ronnie.
was an older one, so I took a screenshot of it so I wouldn't forget. I
Oh,
was like, what does this mean?
okay. Okay, what did he say?
Hold on, let me pull it back.
I'm
Let me close my
ADD as
pictures.
fuck.
It goes, if Tyrone and Chad are your Jesus, women are your God. Oh,
Yeah. So, oh, yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. So, what he's saying is like, while men are out here preaching, women have no value, and that women deserve nothing. It's like you're sure giving them a lot of power, you know?
Oh,
They
now I
are,
get it. Okay, yeah,
yeah,
I get it now. Thank you for the clarification because
yeah,
I'm still a little new to the lingo.
yeah. No,
What the hell does
the
that mean?
lexicon.
Sorry,
Yeah, I
sorry, self. Yeah,
feel
the
that.
lexicon. Well, that was
Yeah,
pretty much it for all of my questions. If you'd
that's
like to
fine.
ask me a question, I will answer it. But it's also 1 o'clock. How long we been doing
Is
this?
it
Two and a
1
half.
o'clock?
It's 1 o'clock, man. But let me tell you right now, you did a banging job at your interview. This was a banging interview.
Did I do good?
Oh my
I
God,
feel like
yes.
I feel like I
Yes.
was rambling and shit
No, you
today.
weren't rambling. You were doing a banging job. There's gonna
Okay,
be a lot of
thank
good stuff to
you.
clip here for you. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never get complimented.
Yeah. I've always given you compliments.
True. I'm just saying,
Yes.
like, thank you so much. You did so
Yeah.
good. I
Thank
want to
you.
learn how to ask questions like that. You asked like good questions, like thoughtful ones. Like you've actually been around in the space and you're like, let me ask the deep shit. Not just like, so what's the red pill? I'm so
Yeah.
annoying right now.
No, because that's how most people do stuff. They don't think about, they don't give a whole lot of thought to it. But
Yeah, but that's so
I
valuable.
personally want to know how stuff affects people's lives personally, because it does affect you on a personal level.
She's like, "You're
Even if it was
fucking
just,
nuts behind the scenes."
yeah,
Like,
even
what?
if it was just, say, a show, right? Your
Yeah.
persona. Even if it's just your persona, at some point it's still going to affect you on a personal level.
Yeah, for
And those
sure.
are the
But
good, those are the things I want to hear about.
yeah, sorry. My mouth is
No,
dry
you're
now.
fine.
Chewing.
You're hungry. I haven't eaten. I'm hungry too.
Yeah, I'm starving.
I
But
ate one piece of pizza, hoping not to break the rest of that tooth off.
yeah, watch your tooth.
Oh my
Wait.
God. Yeah. And I got to get up tomorrow at like 6:30 to get there by 8. So I
Oh,
can
it's
be,
far, far.
yeah. Yeah. It's far,
I
shit,
have to
shower, and
wake up.
shave.
I have to wake up early too, and I keep forgetting. 6:30 though?
Yeah. 6:30 a.m. So I'm going to scoot. If you've got one question for me, shoot it at me.
If you could name the most harmful, no, I won't make you name some.
Oh,
Okay.
it started blurbling. I heard name the most
That's
harmful, and
me.
then it went
Okay,
blurble.
wait. If there's one thing that the red pill that you've seen, or wait, based on what you've read or watched
Watched.
watched in regards to red pill, what is absolutely not true, but men will say that older women are coping about it? I'll give you an example if that didn't make
Okay. Yeah.
sense.
Give
But
me an
like
example.
if an older woman's like, yeah, I don't want to be married. I don't want kids. I didn't want to do that. They all say she's coping. She's just way past her prime that she's coping. But we know that like women will give you their honest opinion. Did that make
Yes.
sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there are some older women who do not want to have children and don't want to necessarily be settled down in a marriage
Yeah.
per se.
Yeah. They think she's just
Some do,
coping
and
because
some
she
do
didn't
not
pick
regret it.
anybody.
Yeah,
She's on
some
the
do not regret it.
carousel.
Believe it or not, there's, because my family is so old and I can trace my lineage back to the 11th century.
Oh my God.
Yes, I can trace it all the way back to 11th century. I'll tell you later why, though. I don't want to stay here just
Yeah. Okay.
for, doxing reasons. But um, when I look back at people in the ministry, okay, from the 1950s backwards and then moving forwards, there was many women who would not get married because of even the stigma of you have to obey the husband and the whole 9 yards, and they felt that they couldn't even serve their God properly being married with children.
You know what they would say to that?
What?
They'd say that's feminist propaganda. And I'm
Well,
like,
that's
we've
fine.
never been believed ever.
I know. That's fine. That's their prerogative, but it's the woman's
Okay.
prerogative if she doesn't want
Yeah.
to get married. Like some of the men who say they don't want to get married. It's some of them, it's not for them either.
Yeah. Men were cheating. Women, I'm sure, were too, but it was more stigmatized. Like men would cheat, and then women are just supposed to what? Just like stay. A lot of them would separate, not legally, but like physically. So one
Yeah.
would go back with her dad, and then the other
Mhm.
one and it's like, for what? Because you're embarrassed on getting a legal document that says you divorce? Like, I'm so glad we are in the modern era. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's still more the minority. It's not the majority. Most women do want to be married. They do. Most women
They want
do.
to be married, but I don't think they know how to be married. Maybe that's
No,
projection. I know I
no,
can't. But
no, you're right. Well, no, that's correct because that's why marriage is basically still at almost 50. It's like
failing.
48% failure rate. Yeah, but it's been
Yeah.
that way since the 1950s. It
Yeah.
hasn't changed at all. If
Yeah,
anything,
you're right, actually.
it's actually tapered down a little bit because I actually looked. That was my first
Yeah.
show, was talking about marriage
Yeah.
and divorce rate.
And that they're getting married later, but the later you do it, the more likely you don't divorce. Nobody
That's
talks
true.
about that.
Yeah,
It's
nobody talks
crazy.
about that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. But that's one of the things I want to address is, how people don't know how to have a good relationship. And it takes
Conflict.
effort to want to have a good relationship because that means you have to change. You have to change, not the other
Yeah.
person. It starts with you first. So
And
if
then
you want to be cohabitable with somebody, you got to work on your own shit first, okay?
and learn
That's
to
just
do
that's
well,
just
and
reality.
I feel like people need to learn how to do well in boredom, and with aging, it's going to come more stability and more boredom. And like when you have like a midlife crisis, let's say, and you want to do something crazy, like those are those moments that fuck up your relationship forever. So I
Yes.
don't think people are
Mhm.
very mindful about what marriage is, what it will be, what not what you think it will be, not like pretending, but playing house. It's like the real shit. Like how do you
You know,
cope with it?
you know what my
So
dad said? I asked him, I said, "What do you think about marriage?" No, he'd been
don't
married
do
more than
it.
once. He was married the first time at the age of 17,
Oh my
and she
god, I
was
was like,
15.
whoa.
Well, that's how it was back then. People were getting married and having kids at the age of 15 and up, 14
They
and
were
up in
also
America.
dying earlier.
They were also dying earlier, but that's just how it was. And he said, "Girl," he said, "it's two strangers agreeing to live together." That's what he said marriage
That's
was.
literally
And then I
what it is,
laughed.
though. It's
Huh?
like that's what it is, though.
Yeah, that is what it is.
And we feminism and some other shit brainwash women into thinking it's some fairy tale, and I'm just here to say it's
No, it's
not.
not. No, I've
Yeah.
never had a fairy tale idea about marriage ever, not once. Nor did
Well,
I ever
you're
think
just
about.
lucky then.
I know,
Damn.
I was a realist. Glass is half empty.
I mean, when you said like even when you date like really good people, it's like, well, why do the relationships keep going bad? Like you're the common denominator, bitch, whether like you did or didn't do anything. Like why are the relationships failing? You know, if you can't get it right more than once, then I don't know if you're really cut out for marriage. It's
I know you
controversial.
want me to know what you wanna know what my biggest regret is in relationships? I needed to grow the hell up and stop being gullible.
Yeah,
That was my biggest
I
issue
get
because
mad.
I did everything else. I can cook, I can clean, I know how to be supportive, I know how to get shit done. If you're sick, I know how to take care of you. Being kind, not being selfish, but I was being taken advantage of a
Yeah, they
lot.
don't see that side. They think that
Mm,
women go into relationships just being super selfish. I know I was, but I'm saying selfish where they listen, behind every single girl I know, and I will make this big statement, she has always gave something big up for a guy, whether it's a degree, whether it's a job, whether it's her family, whether it's the state she lived in. Women will give things up for
mhm.
guys that think nothing of them. And it's like, we'll do it for the right guy. Okay, dude, whatever makes you feel better about how, like, I don't know. It's like
She's actually
women
you're
cannot
correct.
win.
Yeah, you're
Women
correct on
cannot
that.
win. We
Yeah.
can't. Nothing, no matter what we do, we can't win. And that's what I've learned. And I'm like, you know what? Just do whatever brings you the most fulfillment. Okay. Try to be a good person. But like, people love to hate on women. It's so easy because we won't say shit except for me and you. Like, we'll say shit.
I
But
will say shit, yeah, I
yeah,
will.
like
If
I'm
it's wrong, I'm gonna
annoying.
say it. I don't go with the flow, you know?
Yeah,
So that's
I'm
just how it
unhinged.
is. Yeah.
But
I
like,
would
isn't it
high
wait,
five you
wait,
if I
wait,
could,
low
but I can't
key,
reach you.
star, tell me,
Yes.
has it affected how many guys want you off camera? No, guys love when you are this way. It's a lie that they want women that are so
Yeah,
submissive. They
yeah.
love a bitch. It's
Well,
the
I'm not
truth.
not submissive, I'm just not
Right.
submissive to bullshit.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just not
I could be
submissive to the
obedient.
bullshit.
Yeah, it's the
In the
bullshit.
bedroom, right? Wink, wink.
No, bitch. I'm gonna wear like assless chaps and I'm just
Assless
like,
chat.
get
Oh
the
my
fuck
god,
down.
pictures where it didn't happen. Hey, Cuddle Fortnite channel at 1:14 AM gave 199.
What?
Yeah, is that to you? I can't tell where it's coming from. I just
Thank you
this
for the super
individual
chat.
Cuddle Fortnite channel, yeah,
Colton
199.
Fortnite. When was that? 199. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, thank you so much for your donation.
Keeping bad bitches off the street. One snap. Wait, one super
Yeah,
chat at a
keeping
time.
us off OnlyFans
Help
and off
us
the
pay our rent.
the foot fetish sites too.
I want to start it. Honestly, I
Oh my
love
god.
feet.
I need to tell you, like, I've got guys asking me for foot pictures. Like, does this
Oh,
happen to you?
forever.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I'm like, "What
Since
is
I
wrong
was
with you guys?
I mean, they're very
Why feet?"
respectful.
Huh?
They're very respectful about it. I haven't met
They are.
anybody
I
that
was
aren't
shocked.
they?
Yeah.
They're like, "Hey, I know this is weird, but like don't if you don't want to like 100% understand." There's so much preface. And it's like, "No. I'm not gonna sell you my feet yet.
I know, not yet.
Not
Stay
yet.
tuned. I might be desperate enough.
I love feet.
I actually painted my toes the other day too. So I mean,
What
I'm
color?
ready. I just have to shave my legs again. Ha ha.
Oh,
I'm ready to
God.
go.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay, well, I would give you a high five. I had a great time with you, and
Me too.
you did a banging job.
So did you.
Thank you. So keep up the good work.
Thank you. You too. I'm so excited to watch you grow. Everybody has to go over to her channel and
Thank you.
subscribe. Let's
Thank you.
let's see if we can get you to 1,000 subscribers. Let's see, what is it? June 27th. I think. How many weeks is that? About 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. You can expect 30. I think you could do it actually by the end of September for sure. For
You think
sure. But
so?
like,
Okay.
yeah, if you can average about 30 subs every day going vertical, which you absolutely can. There's going to be some days that it's like 10, but
Yeah.
staying vertical, I think you can. I think you
I'm
can.
staying vertical for now.
Should we do
Rex
an hour?
gave
We could
you
do an hour
$5. Rex Tech Circle,
screen.
$5.
Woo!
Thank you for your
Okay.
donations.
Thank
You're
you.
keeping our girl Torshaa off OnlyFans one chat at a
And the
time.
street.
And the street. Oh my God, please keep us off the street.
Sponsor a bad bitch. Are you a man with some money?
My feet
or
get
a
sore walking
sugar
up and down the
daddy?
streets.
I think if we did 1 hour every day, either before my stream or something, I think we could get you pushed in the algorithm pretty quickly. It's not hard to get monetized now, I'm pretty sure.
Well, what topics do you want? You want to DM me and we can
You
hit
know
topics?
what? Can we
What?
put you so Pearl not made me, but she gave me the idea of doing like single and childless woman reacts, and it's my
Mhm.
favorite thing to do. But you know what we don't hear about? Like
What?
former trad cons. That
Okay.
would go fucking viral. 100%. I want to
Okay.
talk to the women that have done the thing and did it work or didn't it? If that's something that you'd be interested in doing.
Oh, I'm
Or
interested in all of it. I'm
oh,
interested.
that's what
I'm
you're
interested
doing
in
then.
life. It's
Yeah,
just
like
life.
because that would blow up with women and the men in the space. But like, you want to piss off somebody. I would piss off men first. But I'm also a bitch.
You heard her. We're aiming just to neg you just a little bit and piss you off. Is that the right term?
I'm
Neg?
used to this because
right
men love to be berated at the bar. They love it. They fucking
do?
love it. Yes. So I forget that like I have to be careful. But if you can get like, you know how many women would be on TikTok being like, oh, look, we finally found a tradcon or whatever it is. Like, I don't know what you would want to be. Like they would blow it up. A lot of people want to cater to the men or this space. Try to figure out how to either piss women off. Pearl does that really well. I don't know. It's going to be hard. Or piss the men off. That's the best way to do it to grow.
You're right. I've watched Pearl and she does piss off girls. Yeah.
She's sometimes I'm like, God damn it, Pearl. Like
I know. And I know she ain't believing everything she's saying too. She's full of it, but that's okay. I
don't know what people mean by that. I think she does.
You think
Pearl's
so?
awesome. Yeah, Pearl's really cool. I think you would like her actually.
Oh,
Pearl the girl. Well, she's very nice.
You just got just in time donated $10. Oh! If you're in South Florida, can we take out on a boat and catch the sunset?
Hell yeah. Did you change your profile pic? I want to go on a boat.
Yeah.
No, just in time. I actually have my boat license in Florida. Fun fact. Oh, that's I can drive.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you needed a license to drive a boat.
You do. You do to rent one, but he has one, so technically you don't, I guess. But
that's cool.
We're laughing. Spicoli, where are you?
Spicoli.
I think he's so funny.
He's very funny.
$500, whomever gets me a Coke. Hold on.
Hi, Ice Cubed. How's everybody doing this late at night at 1:20? I'm going to have to get Scootin' here in a second. I'm going to ask her first before we go. Are sex topics off, like, not allowed on YouTube? I want to find out. If any of you know, you can also drop it in the chat. Let me know. Oh, there we go. Old-fashioned Coca-Cola bottle.
Got it. My dog's barking. Sorry. I hope that's what he meant. Coke. Yes?
Yes. Yum.
See? I'm an obedient bitch. That's what he meant, right? Yeah.
That's right.
500. Pay up, okay? For my troubles. I just bolted into the kitchen.
I know. And she's got striking red hair. It's a win-win. Every man loves redheads.
Yeah, because they think that we're slutty. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Or they think we're good and bad. I don't know which one's worse. I can't live up to it.
But I just think it's something different.
Yeah.
Because everybody has dark hair, you know.
Yeah. You should go blonde. I want to see it.
I tried, but it makes my curly hair just go.
Oh, yeah. Actually, don't touch it. I love curly hair.
I actually just went back to dark. I had it mostly blonde, and it was like a cotton ball. It was horrible.
It's bad.
It's
gets
very
mushy
bad.
If you over bleach. It's bad.
Mm-hmm. I think the guy took me too light instead of just bringing me to an orange, you know, in the shaft. Yeah. But he took me way past that. It looks
so good with red hair with blue eyes. I love the dark too, honestly. It's very rare that I find like dark hair really striking, but when you post selfies, I'm like, God damn, hot.
Well, some of those were like, my hair is actually darker than, I'm like a level 4, you know?
Really?
And some of those I had my hair black. Some of them I had like a level 2. Yeah.
Whoa. But a lot of times
when I was little though, I had blonde hair.
Yeah, that's why men like it.
Yeah,
because it was youthful.
It was a gold blonde. It was super. It was like really light. And then when puberty started to hit, it went dark. And that's the Spaniard Italian side coming out.
Yeah, but you have like such a unique like skin tone and eye color where it's like striking. Like,
oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like a lot of times I see brunettes, and if it doesn't make me stop, it's like there's not a lot of contrast.
Yeah.
But you have a lot of contrast where I'm like, whoa. I always find that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to talk about sex topics on YouTube? Are we allowed to do that? Or is that like a no-go?
You can just use like lingo. I think you can talk about it. It's just frowned upon. It won't get pushed.
Okay, then never mind. Forget it. We'll do other stuff then. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to sign off.
Okay.
Everybody make sure you hit the like button for Lady Torshaa so she hits the algorithms. Okay.
Hell yeah.
And if you haven't subscribed to her, subscribe to her now because there's more to come. And you can catch me at School of Thought also.
Get it. You need like a little bell, like a school bell.
I need to get the sound effects, girl. I need to get the board for that. This was my sinking part, and then I'll save up. Yeah.
Yes.
And then I'm going to do comedy because I love making people laugh. So I want to do comedy.
You should.
Yeah. I got stuff. I got stuff planned.
I want to do comedy too. God damn. Yes. We're going to make it happen. Okay. I'm going to go. I'm going to let you go. It was nice talking to you. Goodbye.
Nice talking to you. Everybody have a good evening. Bye.
Bye.